What it do, what it do, what it do. It's your boy Big Val Opinion back with another live video. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that share button. And most importantly, make sure you sub to the channel. Turn on that post notification bell so that you be notified each and every time that your boy Big Val is going live, man. With that being said, let's get into this intro.
What up, what up, what up, what up? What it do? It's your boy Big Vi. And I'm back in this motherfucker with another exclusive. The Big Vi way. Happy Friday to each and every one of you that's listening in the chat. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all hit that share button. Most importantly, make sure y'all turn on that post notification bell so that y'all be notified each and every time that your boy Big Vi is going live. What's up? Happy Friday. It's Friday the 13th. And guess what? We finna walk them down. Walk them down. Walk them down. Hey, I'm telling you, man. Y'all see the title of the video. Need I say more? Need I say more? Need I say more? Shout out to Jennifer, aka J-Bo, aka Don't Fuck With Me, aka Bad Motherfucker. Salute to Jennifer, man. It's all starting to make sense. It's all starting to make sense. It's all starting to add up. The pieces are falling into place. And guess what? We're going to keep putting that information out there. We're going to keep pushing the information. We can't let these government interferers get away with interfering in a federal case. And we can't let these government, these people who interfered in the government case, we can't let them get away. So we got to keep bringing awareness, keep bringing attention. See, right now they over there arguing and going back and forth with each other. Oh, you did this and you did that. I don't give a fuck who did what. Y'all all fucked up. Y'all all fucked up. So stop pointing the finger at this person and that person. And look, y'all need to be trying to figure out how y'all gonna look out for each other when y'all on their yard. You know what I'm saying? Y'all need to be trying to figure out how y'all gonna look out for each other on the yard. You know what I'm saying? I did a video about a year ago. I caught an interview, Jennifer Bonjean on the BNC with another quote unquote defense attorney. And Jennifer Bonjean said some things in this interview a year ago. Sorry about that. Jennifer Bonjean said some things in this interview a year ago that when she said it at the time, it's like it made sense, but you just wasn't understanding where she was going when she said what she said. Now that RKelly has spoke, I went back to that interview with Jennifer Bonjean on the BNC, and I listened to what Jennifer Bonjean said. And I fast forwarded to what RKelly has just spoke about from prison. And this is why it's important that we push the message that he's asking us to push. The BOP officer, the corruption with Tasha K, you know, show the change, show the corruption. That's why it's important that we call out the corruption. That's why it's important that we show the corruption. I got a slide. I do have a slide as well that we're gonna be checking out from Jennifer Bonjean, speaking about this case. Storm Monroe got a exclusive dropping in about 10 minutes. RKelly detailed the end of his relationship with Azriel Clary. So we're gonna listen in on that and see what's being said on that. Shout out to Storm Monroe. Make sure y'all get over there and view that video. Hit his like button. Let them know y'all over there. You know, but we gonna listen in over here, and we gonna talk about it in about 13 minutes. So I'm gonna get started with my commentary. So make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all sharing the video, and let's get it on. So we're gonna go back to a year ago when Jennifer Bonjean did this interview on the BNC. And let's listen to what Jennifer Bonjean had to say.
Prosecution. Yeah, that's right. And I can appreciate that there's emotions that run high and people don't necessarily value how the government goes about getting what they consider to be justice. But when the government runs amok, right now it's RKelly, tomorrow it's somebody else. And maybe it's someone you care about tomorrow. Maybe it's a loved one of yours. To keep the government honest and to keep them in check, the system has to work for all of us, the RKellys of the world, the Bill Cosbys of the world, and then people that we don't even know. And so my job is to make sure the government does it the fair way. And if they didn't do it fair, it just doesn't count. It's like if you cheat during a football game and you want to declare victory, you can't because you cheated. And it is my job to hold the government responsible to prosecution. Yeah, that's right. And I can appreciate that there's emotions that run high and people don't necessarily value how the government goes about getting what they consider to be justice. But when the government runs amok, right now it's RKelly, tomorrow it's somebody else. And maybe it's someone you care about tomorrow. Maybe it's a loved one of yours. To keep the government honest and to keep them in check, the system has to work for all of us, the RKellys of the world, the Bill Cosbys of the world, and then people that we don't even know. And so my job is to make sure the government does it the fair way. And if they didn't do it fair, it just doesn't count. It's like if you cheat during a football game and you want to declare victory, you can't because you cheated. And it is my job to hold the government responsible.
Okay, so when she speak about when she speak about them cheating, okay, what could she be talking about when she speak about the government cheating? What could she be talking about? What could she possibly be talking about when she speak about the government cheating, running amok? Well, we know one way that they cheated.
Give you a scenario. If you tell one woman, hey, I'm going to give you the money. You put the money behind the blue couch, and because the other lady is spending the money, and she's not supposed to be spending it because I need that money for lawyers. So you being more responsible. You take the money, put it behind the blue couch, and don't tell her. Just hold it and use that for emergencies or if I need anything or pay bills or whatever. The other woman is not supposed to know the very next day where that money is.
Right.
I'm not supposed to get a call, which I did from my girl saying they took the money, they left a note saying F you and F him, I'm going to do what I have to do. These things is happening. These things happening in 2019, and then I get another visit from the woman who took the money, and she tells me, since when did you start giving her the money, and why did you tell her to put it behind the couch and not tell me? Don't lie to me. I heard the phone call. So in 2019, I'm trying to figure out how the hell did she hear that phone call? In 2019, I'm trying to figure out why would she tell me in the last visit that, and since when did you start? Lifetime, as far as RICO lifetime, as far as lifetime is concerned. There are real people, real women out here really being abused, really missing. They're really missing. They're really chained up in basements. I've been in here 4 years. I haven't seen one person that was ever chained up in a basement come forth for anything. But I tell you one thing, before Lifetime came out, I was minding my business. I was in the studio. I was working with celebrities. I had tours. But when Lifetime came out, all of that went away. Meaning, before Lifetime came out, I had no charges pending against me. Nobody had went to a radio station or had went to, a police station. It took a year to put together Lifetime. If all of the things they said I did on Lifetime were true, it only take a minute to go to a police station. But when there's a crime committed, you don't go make a movie on it. You go to the police station. Nobody had done that.
You see, and that's the thing. The government broke so many laws to get this man. They broke so many laws to get this man. And they don't want to be held accountable.
Him to get online to say that Azrael is not right in RKelly, really? Now, I gave him RKelly's jail records. Ask him how he got RKelly's jail records. Ask him how I got the emails between Azrael and RKelly. So you mean to tell me I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about? I ain't got no beef with that man at all, okay? But watch him to get online to say that Azrael is not right in RKelly, really? Now, I gave him RKelly's jail records. Ask him how he got RKelly's jail records. Ask him how I got the emails between Azrael and RKelly. So you mean to tell me I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about? I ain't got no beef with that man at all, okay? But watch him to get
And now that she admits to having RKelly's jail records, and she shared the jail records with a government witness and her parents shared them illegally obtained jail records with a government informant, in which this government informant shared these jail records with a Cook County prosecution office that was prosecuting RKelly. Now y'all see the corruption. Now y'all see and understand what do she mean when she talk about if you had to cheat to get a victory, that means it's no good. Yesterday, I know I left a lot out of the collage. I left a lot out of the collage yesterday. But I tried to do this collage like, if you look at the BOP officer, and the BOP officer is connected to Tasha K. Tasha K is connected to Angelo and Alice and Azrael Clary, which Azrael Clary, Angelo, and Alice Clary is connected to informant McGee. Informant McGee is connected to Kim Fox prosecution office. So, and also you got to look at Alice and Angelo and Jane Doe number 5 government witness that was used in the New York case. You know, I just tried to make this collage to show that they're implemented in both cases. I only made this collage to show how those jail records were used in both cases. The jail records that were used in both cases. What's up, Trevor? How the jail records was used in both cases. What was obtained from the BOP was given to Tasha K was used in both Chicago and New York. And it was given to Chicago. It was used in Chicago and New York through the informant McGee, Angelo, Alice, and government witness, Jane Doe number 5. Those jail records was later shared with the same prosecution office, the prosecutor office worker that was in communication with Jim Derogatis. Angel Crew, right? Angel Crew was in contact with Jim Derogatis. She was in contact with informant McGee. So they took this man's jail records and was just passing them around like a flyer. They was passing this man jail records around like a flyer. You can have it, you can have it, you can have it. It's still critical to understand that if Jane Doe number 5 never flipped, how do they have a case? They needed Jane Doe number 5 for New York to even be a case. They needed Jane Doe number 5 to even have a case in New York. So when they cheated, they had to, like my brother Jeff said the other day, they had to show a pattern of a crime over a 10-year span. You had to have at least 2 crimes committed. There's similar crimes committed over a 10-year span to be able to charge them with the RICO the way that they did. So they needed to get Jane Doe number 5 to flip against RKelly. Who thought it was a brilliant idea to get the jail communications so that government witness Jane Doe number 5 could see who have been coming to visit, who have been calling, who have been emailing. They used this information with malicious intention. They used this information with malicious intentions. And they made these women mad with this man, like, oh, he's telling you the same thing. He's telling this person. He's telling that person the same thing. Now, understand me this. Understand me this. Why are these women, why did this woman get mad? Because she's been told the same thing that he's telling the other girlfriend. She wasn't mad when he was out of prison and telling them the same thing. So why the hell do you get mad when he's in prison and telling y'all the same thing? That only tells me that you had every intention on doing what you had every intention on doing what you did. Because when he was out of prison, your energy wasn't like that towards him telling you and his other girlfriend the same thing. When he was telling both of y'all the same thing then, you was cool as hell. You didn't have a problem then when he was telling both of y'all the same thing. But once he go to prison, you thought the conversation was going to change now that he's locked up. Now that he's locked up, you find out he's still telling y'all the same thing. All of a sudden you mad? No. I'm not going to let you run with that narrative. Bring your ass back here, government witness, because that's not the reason why you was mad, because he was telling you and the other girlfriend the same thing. You got pissed off when your access got denied to that money. Once you realize that your access was denied to that money, but then you got a hint from a key person who was obstructing in the justice of RKelly by the name of Tasha K through this BOP officer. Girl, look, I'm going to tell you where you hid the money at. It's behind the couch. He told Joy to put it behind the couch because you were spending it too much. Oh, yeah? That motherfucker did what? Oh, okay.
Hey.
So, what up with it?
Hey, that was why Tasha K was so excited when she reported that Azriel left the trunk. Remember that?
Uh-huh.
And she jumped all out of her seat and went one way and then went the other and shit.
Oh, yeah. See, one thing I'm gonna continue to say is YouTube is your resume. The shit that you do on this red app, somebody somewhere is stream recording your shit, clipping your shit, sharing your shit. So when you come on here, understand that you are under surveillance. You're not gonna be able to come on here and say, I got RKelly jail records. He been telling all of them the same thing.
Boastful, bragging. I'm talking about bragging, bro.
See what I'm saying? So now, Tasha K, just as though y'all feel as though you helped convict RKelly, stupid motherfucker, you are going to be the same person to help free RKelly. Thanks to you. Job well done. Job well done. But to this government witness, how are you pissed off that he's in prison telling you and his other girlfriend the same thing, but you was A-okay with it when he was free? Your problem wasn't about him telling Joy the same thing he was telling you. Your problem was about when your access got denied to spending that money. But I'm going to tell you how God take a bad situation and turn it for good. Kels took that money and told Joy to hide it. Azriel took all that money and left this man high and dry to not be able to defend himself, even if he wanted to. But what she didn't realize is that God sits high and he looks low. And what's done in the dark will soon come to light. Thank God for Jennifer Bonjean, by way of Bill Cosby, coming to take on this case, because what you tried to do, and this is why you say you might not even make it to trial. How you make a threat on this man's life?
Right.
While he's already inside of this goddamn prison, fighting COVID, fighting diabetes, toe fungus, and you make a threat to this man as if he may not even make it to trial, like you have some more information.
Boy.
But see,
you know, people tend to
go
forget.
ahead, Derek.
People
Go ahead.
you know, what people tend to forget, you know, what they said, you know, and you know, one thing I can say about Azriel, man, is, you know, and I keep on going back to this, man. If anybody out there hasn't watched it or you can't find, you need to find the clip of precedents where Azriel flipped, man, because you can tell a woman is speaking out of anger and speaking out of, I got some information and now I'm pissed off and now I'm about to, you know what I'm saying, scorch the earth. That was the mentality from the moment she started speaking before her and that girl got into that fight. She was confrontational and she was ready for it. See
the flip came soon as the flip came the next day. The next day, when you hear Kel say he told Joy to move the money, he say the very next day. He didn't say a month later,
man,
2 months later.
When she said that was the point of no return. You at the point of no return now.
The next day, and last night, I mean earlier this morning, bro, when we was talking, and this is why I said she flipped the next day. She found out that RKelly told Joy to move the money because she was spending the money too reckless. Right. She said, you trust her with the money. Now you trust her with the money, which means that told her that RKelly didn't trust her no more. And then when she left, she came back on a bogus ass mission talking about Bear, you lied to Joy. Bear, you lied to Joy. You knew I was coming back to get her. So how was she coming back to get Joy around R. Kelly's birthday when she stole the money in November and she left the note saying, fuck you, Joy.
Right. And the conversation that she had with her before the fight wasn't nothing like, I'm trying to help you, I'm coming to get you.
Right. See, that was the distraction. All of it was bullshit.
It was you slept with me as a minor. He didn't tell you was going to jail. He tell you every damn thing.
He tell you everything else.
Hey.
Right? See, one thing about over here, we gonna weed through the bullshit and we gonna bring it out clean. We gonna weed through that bullshit and give it to you raw. See, that president shit that Shabazz shot was a fucking cover-up for the fucking crime that was being committed. For the crime that had been committed. And I mean, she knew that those people was intercepting R. Kelly phone calls and jail records, email communications and shit. She knew that. She had that in her pocket the whole time. Once she stole that money, she knew at that point she had to try to throw a diversion. She was pissed off at Joy just as much as she was pissed off at R. Kelly. So when she came back for his birthday, she knew what she was doing. She waited till his birthday to do the shit. All this shit was premeditated.
I wondered if she visited him on his birthday.
He said she visited him the next day. I mean, she visited him. She called. He got a call from Joy the next day saying that she left. He said then the girl came and visited
that was
him.
November though. That was in November when she bounced.
But she was off the visitation after that. You know how he had, but when she took the money, he probably never put her back on the visitation after that. You know, you remember she was on the phone call like a Bear.
Switched them 90 days.
Yeah, about changing the days, right? Change the days. So she would have been able to go see him on his birthday because it was Joy's turn to be on there for 90 days.
Okay.
So her time was up. When she took the money, her time was up anyway. So she knew she didn't have to, she knew she wouldn't have to go deal with him no more. She wanted to ruin his birthday. She wanted Joy to go to jail. All because she mad because she realized she got involved in a situation that she was put in by her parents to go and extort this man. And then she admitted to starting to have feelings. She say, she said I was sitting there, I met RKelly, but I started to fall in love for Robert.
Mm-hmm.
But then she talks about when she tried to come on to RKelly in the beginning of their communication or friendship, whatever, and she said RKelly showed no interest in her. So a lot of this shit that these people sat back when see when they got a hold when that whole side over there. I just want y'all to go back and just really think about it. When that other side talking Tasha K and the Team Truth people, when they got a hold to them jail records, they whole fucking attitude changed. They whole energy changed. Like they felt like a motherfucker couldn't say shit to them. RKelly gonna die in jail. He ain't never getting out. They finna give him 1,000 years. They whole attitude changed over there when they got that man's jail record.
And you know the whole Team Truth read that shit.
Hell yeah, all of them. All of them had that shit going around. This man Larry come on there. We got bus drivers. We got people to lie. We got this tour bus. We got the story. But see, this is what happened when you do shit. I'm gonna show you right here. Angelo knew that they had did some illegal shit. Let go to it. Angelo knew they had did some illegal shit. Mm-hmm. This is why he concerned right now. Shout out to Dana J and Skylight. He wasn't even 18.
You know what? And see, this is my thing, because I'm watching everything that's going on, and don't none of y'all seem happy that like Kels is locked up. Like it's still
that's what you gotta understand with me. I'm still dealing with my daughter, my child, who's fucked up. And this is why motherfuckers like this old smart dummy over there, and that side chick, none of them can ever understand. Because they rock that shit all day long, keep saying ass this, that, this. Y'all keeping that shit going. Because if they didn't speak about it, it wouldn't be keep going. But they speak about it because you need channels, you need growth now, this and that, and that's fine. But don't get mad when I speak on something and it's about my life. Because y'all invading my space and making my life into a different type of lifestyle. Because now I got to watch the internet again. See what this shit is. Watch my family. Because how this shit going with this motion, guess what? Adriel could be pulled back in on some shit because of life.
Wait. Why you say that?
Why you say real well? Because of the motions. Did you read the motions? Read the motions.
Okay. I see what you're saying. So they they might call her in and be like, "Did you get
now we need to we need to hear
run
this
it back.
part and that part again."
Yeah.
Yes. So now when she thinking she moving her life on, this dummy done dragged her in there because he want to be on his YouTube talking about, oh yeah, I got this, and we seen that, and you seen his father there, his mother there, this and that. Man, we was visiting. My wife never stayed at that fucking house. My son never stayed at his house. What the fuck is he talking about?
But you know they
like
might
shit goofy.
Oh, because they say they might pull you too, because she ain't say your name.
I promise you. Listen to me. I promise you they ain't gonna call me. Listen to me. I promise you.
How you already know, nigga?
Hey, we got Storm Monroe exclusive. RKelly dropped today. He detailing the end of the relationship with Azrael. Can y'all hear that?
Yep.
He the one that executed the search warrant. He talks about in the search warrant what he found. He talks about not disclosing everything in the search warrant. Well, we want everything, right? You want everything. Just a little bit, but there's enough in there to show you that these things, Tasha K name is all over this search warrant. What is Tasha K name being all over disciplinary hearing officers search warrant? So it makes you want to know, well, did they do a search warrant on Tasha K's computer? Wow. In fact, they didn't want to find, and then now the whole thing just disappeared. People were retiring, people stepping down. I don't know.
sure. Sounds good. I appreciate your time. All
right, thanks, Norm.
All right, take it easy.
It's Storm Show. It's Storm Show. Go back to the beginning.
Yeah, that was a little snippet.
Hell yeah, man. Did this government witness, like you say, did we ever hear about them? Did we ever hear about them taking Tasha K computer?
Right. Hell no. Hell to the motherfucking no, they didn't, man.
Welcome everybody, and welcome everybody in the chat. Welcome everybody in the chat. Make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all sharing the live, man. And once again, man, I'm gonna run that Jennifer Bonjean clip one more time, man, so y'all can hear what Jennifer had to say about this shit a year ago. A year ago, she said this about this case.
It's a prosecution. Yeah, that's right. And I can appreciate that there's emotions that run high and people don't necessarily value how the government goes about getting what they consider to be justice. But when the government runs amok, right now it's RKelly, tomorrow it's somebody else. And maybe it's someone you care about tomorrow. Maybe it's a loved one of yours. To keep the government honest and to keep them in check, the system has to work for all of us. The RKellys of the world, the Bill Cosbys of the world, and then people that we don't even know. And so my job is to make sure the government does it the fair way. And if they didn't do it fair, it just doesn't count. It's like if you cheat during a football game and you want to declare victory, you can't because you cheated. And it is my job to hold the government responsible.
So I was like to my lawyers, like, are they gonna stop the trial? I mean, what was leaked? I don't know. What if it was client privilege or whatever?
Can y'all hear it?
I don't know if I'm saying it right. But anyway, what if it was that? If it was, then it would be a whole nother trial, or the trial could get dismissed if they leak that kind of information. I said, well, what if I get found guilty and then we find out that that was the case? It'd kind of be too late, wouldn't it?
Right.
But they didn't have answers for that.
Dang, so they just kind of basically just left it up in the air.
Yeah, so but they said, but the judge is not stopping the trial because the trial is going, but they will be investigating.
Oh, so for what I just heard him say is that the judge even knew about this shit with this Tasha K getting these jail records. He said, but his attorneys told him that the judge is not stopping the trial. They just gonna look into it.
The problem is that if you say you're gonna investigate it, this was in 2021, then here it is 2023. Why don't I have the conclusion of the investigation? Why am I not there to get that? And why is my lawyer telling me they're not sharing it with us? So that's the problem I'm having as well. Look, man, there's a whole lot of strange things and questions around this. I know this, so I wrote a little something out. So it's going to take me a minute because it's hard to read my own handwriting, but I know what I was trying to say.
Okay.
So I said, I know Tasha K is out there saying it pay or ask for the BOP information. But here's the thing. She said out of her own mouth that she shared it with, she said, this call is from a federal prison. About that. She said out of her own mouth that she shared my private restricted law enforcement information with government witness, key witness in my case. Now, just for a second, let's talk about restricted. Restricted means restricted. That means you don't tamper with it, you don't mess with it, you don't leak out. You don't share it.
Right.
Just like a restricted area, you don't go in.
And if you do, there's consequences. Yeah. I said, and if you do, there's consequences.
Yeah, it's laws. It's places that consequences with it. Yeah. And let's just for a second, let's talk about key witnesses. A key witness in any trial is supposed to be a witness the prosecutor is banking on making their case strong. The key witness is the witness the prosecutor is depending on to bring the smoking gun testimony in their case. This key witness is the one who the prosecutor is looking to win the jury over in their case. This is why they're called key witnesses, like the star of the show, you know. So in my case, Tasha K decided to just break federal law and share all of my restricted information that she got from a BOP disciplinary hearing officer with the prosecutor's key witness. And they both got away with it, man. This is not just my problem, bro. This is like, to me, this is like because if it happened to me and they got away with it, then that means it can happen to anybody in America.
Absolutely.
Law.
Yeah.
Law is law. Well, the whole concept loses its value. I'm just being real. It's not just about RKelly. It's not just about, well, it is about me because I'm the one talking about it, but I'm not supposed to find out 3 weeks before a verdict that, oh, by the way, somebody leaked your information. Well, first.
And that's the problem, Brother Derek, that I have with this situation. This shit happened from July of 2019 all the way through December of 2019. How is it that this man didn't find out about this information until 3 weeks before his sentencing in the New York trial in 2021?
I have no clue, bro.
I don't understand that.
And that was when Bonjean put in the motion.
Correct.
And that was because she had just found out about it.
I don't understand this whatsoever. This man had about 7 attorneys. How from July of 2019 to December of 2019, this man's jail records was accessed 153 times by 61 different BOP officers.
No, don't get it twisted. No, 153 times by one. They didn't tell us how them other 60 got down. It might be 10, 20, 30, 50.
Yeah, but they were CCing themselves, sending this shit to themselves, and everything. And right, prima, ineffective counsel. How is it that this man goes not 1 year, damn near 2 years without knowing about this information until 3 weeks before his trial?
And that is some crazy shit. Oh, by the way, yeah, we got this. They took your shit. Good luck.
Right.
Damn, like that's how y'all feel?
In 2019 or 2020, it was reported in 2019, which means everybody that it was reported to knew about it, including prosecutors. Everybody knew about it. It's not going to get reported to just one person, like, or DOJ, or it's not going to get just reported to affairs, or just BOP. Once the BOP got it, internal affairs got it, and DOJ got it, prosecutors got it. So this means everybody knew about it in 2019. I wasn't informed until 2021.
Wow.
Dang.
For my verdict, which I feel in my heart that I should even went to trial until this was a full investigation because of what happened. That people can say, yeah, well, that has nothing to do with us. That's the BOP. No, it's all law. It's all connected. You know, because I have a federal case, but I'm being held in the BOP.
Mm-hmm.
So these are the things that keep me up all night. That's worrying me and bothering me because there are questions unanswered and they continue to go unanswered. And now here it is 2023. And I still don't have a full closing of the investigation. What happened? If a BOP officer was
also, he still don't even know who the hell Officer A is.
Right.
Investigated, found that she was doing criminal activity with Tasha K. Then how come Tasha K wasn't investigated?
Mm-hmm. Oh man, and the slick thing about it,
you want to know.
Slick thing about it, he inmate A.
You see what I'm saying?
Man,
but everybody know who he is.
Right. You know, if they paying attention. Because you got to think about it, a lot of people ain't paying attention.
I said those are things that you want to know.
Exactly. This happened to me. This call is from a federal prison. Look, ma'am, my private information, restricted information, is just as important as any other information when it comes to the courts. You know, my investigation, the things that happened to me, is just as important as the investigation they did on me. This is me. I'm a human being too. I have rights as well. If something is done against me in here, I have rights to that. I have rights to say, hey, look, these crimes were committed against me. What are you guys doing about it?
Jennifer Bonjean is the one who put the motion in to figure out who these people are. If Jennifer Bonjean was on this case at the time of these people accessing RKelly jail records, RKelly will be at home in the studio right about now. It wasn't Bonjean. Her team wasn't the team when this stuff came about. He was still dealing with Nicole and other attorneys at the time. But Jennifer Bonjean has filed a motion, and right now it ain't even up to his attorneys at this point. It's the prosecutors, whoever doing the investigation is purposely withholding this information.
Right. But it's an appeal coming, bro, and it got to come up. Man, it's so much, man. Damn.
And I can't have a crime committed against me and here, then a full investigation is done, and then you don't disclose it to me or let me know what happened. I mean, John Rouse Jr. made an announcement in the papers, the Sun Times, agreeing that BOP officer A, which is what he called it, illegally, access my records, my email, my phone calls. Not only that, she did it 153 times within a 6-month period back in 2019. This is when all my stuff was being leaked. This is when my girlfriend came to the visit me, and she was very pissed off at me because she said she had read my emails to somebody else. She said she knew about me putting money behind the couch and all of this stuff. She was very, very mad. Embarrassed me down there in the visiting room.
Wow.
But anyway, she left. That was the last I seen of her. Next thing you know, she turned on me.
So there you go, Derek. She never went back and seen them no more after she went and visit. After she went and visit when she took the money, and she went and visited that last time before she left and went to Vegas. He hadn't heard from her, and and that's when she went and turned. Let's go back a little bit.
Because she said she had read my emails to somebody else. She said she knew about me putting money behind the couch and all of this stuff. She was very, very mad. Embarrassed me down there in the visiting room.
Ooh, yeah, I can see that.
Next thing you know, she turned on me.
And that's how their relationship ended. Okay.
I'm sorry.
No, I was saying, and that's how that relationship ended. Okay.
Absolutely. Wow. Yeah. And it was out of nowhere because she was actually visiting me for those 6 months I had been incarcerated.
So she had the whole
nine, and love and the whole nine. Emails, beautiful emails and the whole nine, but out of nowhere, it just like water turned off. And it was like weird. And I had known her for almost 5 years. So, you know, and then here it is, 2021, I found out about the BOP situation, and I started finding out this, that, and the other. Next thing you know, there's a search warrant. I was like, no wonder she was mad at me that day. No wonder she knew how what I said on emails to my other girl. No wonder she knew money was behind the couch. No wonder she heard my conversation between my attorney. And I heard you tell your attorney.
Wow. So,
shit.
if she heard the information, she heard the conversation between him and his attorney. So now she able to go back and tell the prosecutor how his defense is trying to fight this goddamn case.
Man, shit. That's crazy as hell.
Now she going back and telling the prosecutor what type of game plan that the defense is coming up with to try to combat this goddamn case. So no matter what type of angle they would have took, the prosecutor was already ready for it. That's why they was blocking evidence, certain evidence for coming into evidence. That's why they was blocking certain things from coming into evidence. Because they was already aware of what could possibly fucking be coming into evidence.
Man, that's bullshit. She know where everything is. She know where all the receipts are.
That's why they went fucking hit that goddamn storage and shit.
A second time. So basically what happened is this. The girl went into deep cover.
Yep.
Back in 2015 when she met the man. She ended up falling for the man and falling off a task with her parents because her parents got real motherfucking aggressive about that bread and everything, and that threw her off. And she was like, well, fuck it, I'm going to go ahead and be with him just to spite y'all asses and everything else. Pretty much the way shit went after they went through all the rigmarole of even getting her in the house with this motherfucker. So you look at it, and she go through all of this. She done fucked up her relationship with her parents and all this, and now you standing in the gap of trying to be the hardest one standing in the gap because that's what she was portraying herself as. She was portraying herself as there's that ride or die.
And that's the narrative that they was running with when he first went to jail. If you could go back to when we were speaking about it, everybody, all those people on Team Truth, Code, Team Truth and Tasha K was saying that Joy was slow. RKelly don't want her. She's slow. She's something wrong with her. And they was praising it, and they was lifting up Azrael as the one.
But when people don't really want to realize that girl was the 21 Jump Street RKelly, that's what she was there to do. She was an undercover agent the whole time, man.
Let's get through the end. We're gonna get through the end of this video, and then we'll get back to the discussion. We're gonna get through the end of what he's saying. Let's go back a little bit though.
It just like water turned off. It was like weird. I had known him for almost 5 years. So, you know, and then here it is, 2021, I found out about the BOP situation, and I started finding out this, that, and the other. Next thing you know, there's a search warrant. And so I was like, no wonder she was mad at me that day. No wonder she knew how what I said on emails to my other girl. No wonder she knew money was behind the couch. No wonder she heard my conversation between my attorney. And I heard you tell your attorney that you're not leaving her for me and this, that, and the other. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on in that visit. I'm like, well, in the back of my head, I'm like, how the hell she know all this stuff?
You didn't even know how to answer that. It was coming at you so fast.
No, and I didn't want to hide. Y'all was in the visiting room.
Yeah. Then she called the jail on her when she left.
Now I know. Yeah. This BOP disciplinary hearing officer gave all our information to Tasha K. Tasha K. said out of her own mouth boldly on her winding down with Tasha K.
Yeah.
Government witness. So it doesn't really matter if you found the information on a porch, got it out of her back pocket, found it on the streets. She knew damn well she wasn't supposed to share it. That restricted information with government witness. She could have said to herself, you know what? This is a high-profile case. I got this information, but I'm not going to share this because that would be witness tampering. I'm not going to do that. No, I'm not going to do that. Whether she got it for free.
And witness tampering is the act of obstructing justice by improperly interacting with a witness before or after trial.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it doesn't matter. I just don't want people to hurt to be trying to spin people and get their minds off of what really matters. What matters is you share it. And there's a search warrant that talks about it. You even talked about it.
Now, where can we find this search warrant for the people that want to look it up too? The BOP website?
Yeah, I mean, it's out there. I mean, the Sun-Times, if you read the Sun-Times 2021, you can look it up, you know. There's an affidavit, a search warrant. It's a seizure search warrant for BOP Officer A. They don't disclose her name, but my lawyer have a copy of it. There's, you know, out there.
I see it right here, the Chicago Sun-Times. Yes, sir. See it right here.
Yeah, so this search warrant is why you know, it's all black and white. It's not like I'm making this up. I can't do a search. I couldn't even write out a search warrant. I'm going off of what Matt Lou, which is the private federal agent on the case, he the one that executed the search warrant. He talks about in the search warrant what he found. He talks about not disclosing everything in the search warrant. Well, we want everything, right? You want everything. Not just a little bit, but there's enough in there to show you that you think that Tasha K name is all over this search warrant. What is Tasha K name being all over a disciplinary hearing officer's search warrant? So it makes you want to know, well, did they do a search warrant on Tasha K's computer? Wow. In fact, they didn't want to find, and then now the whole thing just disappeared. People were retiring, people stepping down. But that's my time, bro, and I could probably call you in a couple of days.
For sure. Sounds good. I appreciate your time. All
right, thanks, Storm.
All right, take it easy.
Boy.
And he did say thanks Storm, for people won't be like Storm Monroe stole that video.
I mean, this dude is vomiting out information. I can see that chick right now in the visiting room acting a damn fool.
And then he said when she left, she called down to the goddamn jail and lied to the people and had them put on lockdown.
Wow. Wow, G.
Dirty ass game. And Donnelly knew about those this BOP officer in Tasha K. The prosecutors knew about the BOP officer in Tasha K, but they suppressed that shit. And when you go in in any court, suppression evidence is goddamn illegal.
Dismissal grounds for dismissal.
Well, and not only did Ann Donnelly know, his attorneys knew.
He said that, but he said the attorneys knew. They mentioned it, but what he said, they mentioned it, but the prosecutors and the judge told them that they gonna look into it.
Right.
Okay. But it's still a process that you could have taken, especially with that type of evidence. There is a process that the attorneys should have taken, and to make sure that they raised hell on not moving forward with this case because of what happened. And we actually shared that information with the before the trial started. How are y'all gonna start trial knowing that this here process just took place? But I want everybody to go back. Old dude over there with the leader of OCO, he told everybody what was going down before anything ever went down.
Mm-hmm.
This dude knew everything before anything ever hit the surface.
I'm talking about verbatim.
He knew everything, and I mean literally everything.
Yeah, because everybody was arguing with him that Roshan nigga, whatever, however you pronounce it, he the one who was coming out telling that. She testified.
He knew everything before anything ever hit the ground. He knew it beforehand. How? Why? How?
Because he's a confidential. He's a reliable, confidential informant.
But okay, even with being an informant, who's giving you that type of information?
Well, look who his best friend was, Angel Cruz.
Okay, and now let's go to the attorney. Since we saying that the attorney, okay, remember the first thing that his attorney did when she got on the stand to defend him. I want y'all to find my client guilty.
She did the dumbest shit in representation history.
Oh my God. I'm talking about that's coming out of the end zone and fumbling the rock. So you catching the punt, catch the kickoff, and you come out and get hit, fumble the rock, and they run it back for a touchdown. That's exactly what Nicole Blankbacker did.
And I hope that Storm is listening. So when he talks to Rob again, Rob, who was messing with your mail? That information was being sent to you by mail. It was sent to you by mail. So you would have gotten this information long before your trial. Who was tampering with your mail?
It was a concerted effort, man.
Yeah, the BOP read your mail before you even get it.
It was a concerted effort.
But somebody else had to get his mail. Somebody else. I'm sorry, y'all. Yeah, I'm not fixing to sit here and act like these people that claim that they was fighting for the injustice of this man really had his back. No, they thought this was over. They thought it was over.
Oh yeah, they assumed him guilty. That's what happens.
Yeah.
When you presume, and I was talking to Big Vibe.
And I hope like hell it wasn't that motherfucker that was sitting on YouTube Live like he was in a goddamn office. I hope like hell it wasn't that man that was sitting on YouTube Live like he was in the office, and that motherfucker still at the fax machine from 2021, still standing there.
Y'all got it. We can't let nobody slide. When it comes to this here shit, we let nobody gets a pass. And I want to also make sure that everybody know. And I'm not telling y'all what I heard. I'm telling y'all what I know. Dude, you You put a whole lot of shit in that girl's head and had that girl all miscombobulated for her to turn on Robert. It wasn't her choice, and now she's dealing with that. Her family has got to deal with the fallout of all of this. Now they got to deal with everything that comes into play. And I don't know why people don't see Tim lining at Angelo up to act like Angelo and Rob was doing business deals. Nigga, stop. You lining this man up just like you did R. Kelly. You better stop, boy.
Yeah, Tim got some problems trying to make it seem like, man, try to make it seem like R. Kelly was dealing drugs with Angelo. This dude crazy, man.
He crazy. And I know when he started calling us for Homeland Security, the feds and this, that, and the other, y'all need to know this dude has a hidden agenda. And not only he, that other one working right along with him. All the rest of these people are working night and day.
They came together. The two that Angelo started with Tim, introduced Tim to this dude, the informant. Now the informant and Tim is hand in hand trying to bring down Angelo. It's crazy,
and that
man.
Informant knew he had a case. He lied when he said he had just filed. You lying? You knew you had a case. You knew something was coming down the pipe on you. You knew long before it ever hit the surface. But what we're not gonna do is sit here and act like it's brand new. We're gonna call it what it is, and it is what it is. Angelo, under the sound of my voice, sweetie, go and get them before they try to get you.
Yeah. Like I said earlier, I'm gonna let them.
They know you have a record, and they are trying their damnedest. They trying to line everybody up to act like you done took their information and used it. And I don't believe that on Jesus' name. You took nobody's information. Only person had people's information was Larry.
Well, one thing I'm gonna do though, Nisimo, I'm gonna let them figure that out over there, and we're gonna keep pushing this BOP.
And we're gonna make sure that BOP and Tasha K deal with these, and somebody had to pay. Where did the money come from? I know where it came from, but who paid her?
Oh yeah.
That's where that's where the criminal charges is really gonna come. You took money. You paid money. Money was exchanged. And on top of that, out of all of this here, Derek, remember we talked about this here, even with the records, there is only one thing that the United States will never accept, and that is when you start tampering with medical records, that's off limits.
Yeah. That HIPAA violation, them people don't play.
That's a HIPAA violation.
Right. It divulged everything about that man and then think it's cool, get out there and brag about it, be ignorant with it. And, a lot of times, I knew that was problematic, and it's going to be a problem because, you can't sit up here and do that, man. It just don't even make sense for people to be like, yeah, well, it's cool. At least we got him. Nope, you didn't. Under false pretense. The entire thing is under false pretenses.
Robert, it's a lot of mail that was sent to you, and then you would have been forewarned on a whole lot of stuff, but your mail did not get to you for whatever reason. But I'm telling you, sweetie, you stop these people from getting your mail. The BOP, they got to give it to you, but nobody else should not be checking your mail.
Yeah, they've been clowning that dude, man.
It's two people that I'm waiting to really come out and speak. And when they come out and speak, hey, the fat lady has sang. It's gonna be over. Over.
What's going on, Big
They
Bob?
saw and they heard and they see. And, hey, they saw it all, baby.
Boy.
What's up, Big Bob? What's up, Pam?
What up, man?
What up, J-Rock?
Hey, sweetie.
Now, and then it goes back to, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to yield back for J-Rock and let Lex come on in. But when Andrew Wyatt was on Hip Hop Inquirer, when Andrew Wyatt was on Hip Hop Uncensored, and he spoke about meeting with Rob Team about bringing in Mesero. And those people that were supposed to be for Rob was against it because Mesero said that he would want everybody out in order for him to come on board. Okay,
so pause right there, Vi. Jennifer didn't say it. She just came in and got rid of it.
Yeah, that's Jennifer. She was coming in as an attorney, but Andrew Wyatt was he was a publicist. But I'm saying no. And Mesero, he just can't. He said it on the up and up. But what Jennifer did when Jennifer came on, Jennifer just came on and just got rid of it. But the difference is with Jennifer is RKelly got help with Jennifer. Mesero wanted that money up front. And what Andrew Wyatt said, it was the people holding the money that was making the decision.
Follow the money. I'm going to get off of this, y'all. All I'm going to say is Robert's help is on the way. And for those that don't think it is, it's on the way. It's on the way.
There's a ram in the bush.
Yeah, they know it is. That's why it's storming on the other side. That's why it ain't no peace on the other side.
And it ain't no peace on this side. Because it's a whole lot of underhanded, undercutting, and lying, spitting and lying, back door, back closet conversations going on, trying to don't figure it out now. It's done. It's over. Let it go. Yeah. It's over.
Like I say, Sis Nisimo, I'm not gonna even get caught up in, because whoever had that dirty hand, they gotta come and get them clean somewhere. So they gonna come to the light. I'm not worried about it.
And God gonna clean.
We're gonna keep pushing this message and having these good conversations. We're not gonna even invite those negative spirits into our conversations over here. Because those people that was doing dirt to Kels, they'll do that to anybody. So I'm not gonna even give them the time of the day.
Distraction and everything else. Well, and I thank you, Derek. You said it the other day. Rob is giving us what he wants us to speak on and talk about, and we're gonna stay there and we're gonna remain there until we see justice.
Yeah, because you got to think about it. You can't just be all over the place, man. You got to focus. And, you got to think about it. When he made that song back in the day, Real Talk, he what we trying to establish is not who's right or who's wrong, but what's right and what's wrong. And it's wrong. It's wrong for you to disseminate somebody's information to their girlfriend, man.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah. That's why I say we gonna let them people, all the people have done underhand shit. They time is coming. We want to make sure we keep the focus on Kels and BOP Officer A, Tasha K, and the people that caused this man to the people that all the main people.
And y'all please don't ever forget Daryl Johnson. That dude
he was rogue from the start.
Baby Powder got his time coming. What's up, J-Rock?
Y'all keep up the good works, and I'm out of here. I just wanted to say that, but it's on the way. We got some work. It's working, and I'm gonna keep on working.
All right, that's all we can do. Work and pray. Okay. That's it.
Okay. Love you
How
guys.
y'all doing? How y'all doing? Easy Mo, how you doing? Don't leave yet. I want to say hello to you. I hadn't been on the show in a while, so I just want to say hello to you, Queen.
Hello, sweetie.
How you doing?
You know, I love my kingdom men. You guys are such awesome men. Oh my God. Y'all are
All right.
a breath of fresh air. And I love
All right.
y'all.
All right. It was nice. It was nice finally speaking to you again, and all the fellas. Thank y'all for letting me come on. I'm gonna yield back. I'm kind of moving some stuff around, so I'm gonna let y'all go ahead and talk, and I'm gonna come back in.
All right, J Rock, what's up, man? Jeff, what up, Jeff? We got Derek on here, Jeff.
Ah, shit.
Jeff, we got Derek on here.
Ah, shit. Good luck. What up, Jeff?
He in the comments right now.
Nah, he gonna have to come on up the stairs.
Yeah, he needs to move on upstairs. I'm out of here, y'all. Y'all keep going. I'm in the chat.
Say Jeff been looking for me like I owe him money or something.
What's up, J Rock? You got it. It's on you.
What's going on, Vi? What's going on, Derek?
What up, man?
Man, what's going on? Look, I was listening to y'all for at least about a good half hour, probably about almost 40-45 minutes. I was just sitting down fixing me something to eat. I was just eating, just hearing y'all chop it up. What got me was when you said that the judge and the prosecutors knew about the BOP officer about 3 weeks before the trial drew to his verdict.
Yep.
Is that true?
And you know what else happened, right? You remember Koenig asked for more time. Now we understand why they didn't give Koenig more time. Because if Koenig would have got that extension more time, you remember, because Kel changed counsel, which he should have been awarded more time once he changed counsel. Right. If they would have gave him more time, if he found out about this 3 weeks before the sentencing, whatever, then if he would have got that extension of time, then this shit probably would have became a bigger deal. But they knew that they had this shit coming down the pipe.
They had to
so
rush.
They wanted to hurry up and get this shit over with.
Yeah, because you got to think about it, man. 3 years, you know. Well, no. Y'all waited 2 years to put the man up on trial. But then
what he said though, Derek, he said in the interview, he said it took them a year. They locked me up and held me for a year before they even brought a case.
Yeah, big facts, man. That's some facts.
They knew 3 weeks before the verdicts. And see, it goes right back to the point we said you were right. Because see, they knew about the the BOP officer a long time ago. Because if they didn't know it, and just like you said, they was rushing the trial. What did Lemon Weber said in Chicago trial? It said, well, you know, we got they want me to go ahead and try to get through this trial as fast as possible. Who is they?
But now they delayed the trial by 1 day, but then came back and said they gotta speed it up. Make that make sense.
What'd you speed it up for? That's the point.
Yeah, because they knew Mr. Peter Griffin was going to have to get on trial, on the stand rather, and get that information.
That's why they cut off the lights like Teddy Pendergrass before they came back.
Boy, say, turn them off. Turn them off.
Yeah, they stayed construction day, a down day, like you have at work.
Dude, man, anybody could see that they was playing games, man, with this man shit. Ain't all of these happening, all of these happenings in this bull crap. You just don't just have shit keep on popping off from somebody's trial. It's usually cleaner than that. Damn. I'm like,
Man, make sure y'all get that hitting that like button. Make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all sharing this exclusive content and breakdown. Hey, man, let's go, man.
Hey, yeah, let me ask y'all this. There ain't no way in the world that if you got to go to court and your trial date is set for the 15th or whatever the day may be, and they tell you to be there and sharp, be on time, man, what they gonna shut the court down because that's the problem. They gonna make that you in that thing.
boy.
Now we only got hold on. I look like I only got 67 likes, man. Can we get at least 100 likes? We got 150 plus people in here. Let's get the likes up, y'all. I'm not asking for no donation. I'm not asking for no cash up. Just hit the like button. We got a lot of wins somewhere. Just hit the like button. That's all I'm asking for. But the thing about what RKelly is bringing awareness to, if the judge get a notice on the day of the verdict, if the judge get a notice on the day of the verdict that the defendant email and call log has been illegally obtained by a government witness and used in the case, they can throw that trial out that day. They can dismiss that trial that day. They call for a recess. They go in the chambers, go over the information. Hold on. So you mean to tell me that one of the witnesses out here was awarded this information before the trial started and used this information to turn against the defendant?
But what that is called, that's a compromised witness. She was compromised.
See what I'm saying?
She was coerced.
She coerced, influenced.
You can't trust her testimony, man.
Right.
She was compromised and incentivized to do it, just like Rashana Landfeld.
Come on, we at 84 likes. Come on, man. Let's get them likes up. 16 more likes. Let's get to 100. We got 156 people in here. Y'all get them likes up. Get the likes up. Jeff, how long you been in here, Jeff?
My bag. I'm at the store right quick getting some items, but man, I've been at work and driving, so I couldn't comment. But I've been listening since the beginning. You know,
okay.
All right, have a good one.
I just wanted to make sure if I needed to run the video, run the slides back before we replay. I just want to replay that part of the conversation when he talk about the girlfriend leaving, the end of the relationship. But we're gonna listen to Jennifer Bonjean one more time when she talked about. Now this was over a year ago when Jennifer Bonjean talked about these people, the government cheating, and she said, but we have heard. How many of us can attest to hearing the people on the other side talking about they don't care as long as he get convicted, they don't care how it happened.
Right.
But do they not understand we live in a system of law? We live under laws, and this world is governed by laws. And if you break those laws, you can't break those laws to enforce the law. It don't work that way.
You know, it's crazy, man. Just you know, we already knew what was going on, and we've been knowing for a very long time. But just to hear it in real time come out that man's mouth the way he just described it, it just hit different. It hit different.
Hell yeah, Jeff. I mean, and look, literally, we watched this shit happen in real time. We paid attention to all that shit. We saw the shit with Tasha K. I'm like, how the fuck does she know all this shit? You know, she's scrolling through her phone, making fun of this man's spelling and punctuation and all type of shit. I mean, cold-blooded shit that this woman was doing.
Facts.
With his cold-blooded shit, just roasting the man. Oh, it's spelling. Oh my God. What the fuck? I mean,
Oh
come
yeah,
on.
yo,
Now you the grammar police?
and partner body.
Yo, Uncle D. She ain't like it when everybody was roasting her about God having to pay Cardi B. That's why her ass got up and went straight down to Africa. Yo,
Man.
I could see through the bullshit. She want to make it seem like she on someone to connect with her roots and her husband is African and this. Come on, shorty.
Look,
Cut
she
that
Now
shit.
she knew she
She
had got
connected.
involved. She knew she got involved in this case too much as well.
She
So
connected
she
with
knew.
non-extradition laws. That's what she connected with right now.
Uh-huh. So we're gonna go back and hear Jennifer talk about this shit in the beginning. Which when she said this shit a year ago, when I heard this, I recorded this shit. I said, man, what was she talking about? And now we gonna making it make sense now. But let's listen to this is why Jennifer took this case.
Has there been a miscarriage of justice?
It's a prosecution. Yeah, that's right. And I can appreciate that there's emotions that run high and people don't necessarily value how the government goes about getting what they consider to be justice. But when the government runs amok, right now it's RKelly, tomorrow it's somebody else. And maybe it's someone you care about tomorrow. Maybe it's a loved one of yours. To keep the government honest and to keep them in check, the system has to work for all of us. The RKellys of the world, the Bill Cosbys of the world, and then people that we don't even know. And so my job is to make sure the government does it the fair way. And if they didn't do it fair, it just doesn't count. It's like if you cheat during a football game and you want to declare victory, you can't because you cheated. And it is my job to hold the government responsible.
Yep,
Yeah,
and
that's it.
And how ironic that BNC network is no longer in existence.
Because they putting out bullshit.
Yeah, because like I said before, and I'll say it again. Every time somebody publicly put their mouth on that man, something bad happens to them. They catch their own private hell. This is no coincidence. The list is so long, I can't even get into it all. I could damn sure give it a shot though, but you got BNC, you got the real Sister Circle, Wendy Williams. You had TV shows and a network all canceled. Their mouth on this man.
Yeah, I just got a message from one of my sisters to tell me to remember something, and I'm happy she sent me. She's like, nah, it all makes sense. Like with the guy over there in Nevada, he knew that man was gonna have some allegations from some men before it even happened. Like, how did he know all this stuff?
What about the gay niggas? You remember that?
Right. So it all makes sense when it all comes full circle. He been talking to them people. And the lady over that prosecutor over there, the one that gave the nickname Boss Baby.
Angel Cruz.
Yeah, I like to call it like Bobby Brown, don't be cruel. You know what I'm saying? Don't be cruel.
She was getting her information. She was getting fed information from Informant McGee and fucking Jim Derrick Reason.
Man.
And shout out to Storm Monroe and shout out to Kel for calling and talking about this shit. You know what I'm saying? And people like, well, why he didn't do this? Why he didn't do this? Storm Monroe has a huge platform. Then there's 250,000 followers over there. Plus, it's up to us to do the work that we doing like we doing right now. But exclusively, y'all are about to hear what took place after government witness Jane Doe number 5 was able to get a hold to RKelly jail records and phone calls. I'm finna play this, and then we gonna keep on making this shit make sense. You know what I'm saying? That's why I appreciate all of you fellas that's on the panel, because we all bring good points of views to this situation. And the more that we have these type of conversations and break it down, it helps everybody to understand. And this is what RKelly is asking the people to do, is focus on this BOP Officer A and Tasha K You know, that's the beginning. You know, although all of this shit came about the way that it came about, but this BOP officer and Tasha K was able to help them glue this shit together the way that they wanted to do it. So we're gonna listen to this, and then we're gonna break it down one more time. Break it down again.
An announcement in the paper agreeing that BOP officer A, which is what he called it, illegally, access my records, my email, my phone call. 153 times within This is when all my stuff was being leaked. This is when my girlfriend came to visit me. And she was very pissed off with me because she said she had red money to somebody else. She said she knew about me putting money behind the couch and all of this stuff. She was very, very mad. Embarrassed me down there in the room. Wow. But anyway, she left. That was the last I seen of her. And then, next thing you know, she turned on me.
And that's how their relationship ended.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm saying, and that's how that relationship ended. Okay.
Absolutely. Wow. Yeah. And it was out of nowhere because she was actually visiting me for those 6 months I had been incarcerated. And sending letters, pictures, and, the whole nine, and love and the whole nine. Emails, beautiful emails, and the whole nine, but out of nowhere. It just, my water turned off. It was like weird. I had known her for almost 8 years. So, and then when period is 2021, I found out about the BOP situation, and I started finding out this, that, and the other. There's a search warrant. So I was like, no wonder she was mad at me that day. No wonder she knew what I said on emails to my other girl. No wonder she knew money was behind the couch. No wonder she heard my conversation between my attorney. And I heard you tell your attorney that you're not leaving her for me and this, that, and the other. There was a lot of stuff going on in that business. I'm like, well, in the back of my head, I'm like, how the hell she know all this stuff?
You didn't even know how to answer that. It was coming at you so fast.
No, and I didn't want to hide out in the visiting room.
Yeah.
Keep everything calm, but now I know. Yeah. This BOP disciplinary hearing officer gave all our information to Tasha K. Tasha K said it out of her own mouth boldly on her winding down with Tasha K that I shared it with government witnesses.
Storm show.
So it doesn't really matter if she found the information on a porch, got it out of her back pocket, found it on the street. She knew damn well she wasn't supposed to share it. Restricted information with government witness. She could have said to herself, you know what? This is a high-profile case. I got this information, but I'm not going to share this because that would be witness tampering. I'm not going to do that. No, I'm not going to do that. Whether she got it for free, bought it, it doesn't matter. I just don't want people to hurt to be trying to spin people and get their minds off of what really matters. What matters is you share it. And there's a search warrant that talks about it. You even talked about it.
Now, where can we find this search warrant for the people that want to look it up too? The BOP website?
Yeah, I mean, it's out there. The Sun-Times, you read the Sun-Times from 2021, you can look it up, There's an affidavit, a search warrant. It's a seizure, search warrant for BOP Officer A. They don't disclose her name, but I have a copy of it. My lawyer have a copy of it. There's, it's out there.
I see it right here, the Chicago Sun-Times. Yes, sir. See it right here.
Yeah, so this search warrant is why I'm, it's all black and white. It's not like I'm making this up. I can't do a search. I couldn't even write out a search warrant. I'm going off of what Matt Blue, which is the private federal agent on the case, he the one that executed the search warrant. He talks about in the search warrant what he found. He talks about not disclosing everything in the search warrant. Well, we want everything, right?
Why would they not disclose everything?
Yeah.
Why would you not, if you're a federal investigator, why would you not disclose y'all disclose all of this man fucking information? So you can disclose all of his personal information, but you can't disclose the information that about these motherfuckers that's access to his records.
Yeah, I mean, but they get straight to the point. I guess the meat and potatoes of what's going on, which is his record. So, I mean, they probably obtained a lot of shit. They probably got porn or some shit that should be watching on her shit or something.
Don't tell her what Tasha K got going on her fucking laptop, computer.
After porn and shit.
Hey, could y'all imagine that conversation he had with the other young lady when all that stuff started transpiring with Jane Doe number 5? Like, how does she know? Like, is y'all working together? I mean, at that point,
I don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying?
He probably started blaming. I don't know. He started blaming her because of the thing how Azrael did it. When she took the money from behind the couch, she left the note and said, "Fuck you and fuck him. I'm going to do what I got to do."
Mm-hmm. Right.
So you like, shit, what the fuck could she possibly be talking about when she say, "I'm going to do what I got to do"? Because in your head, you saying this motherfucker was, she was of age when you was fucking with her. So what is she talking about? But she
felt like she was getting cut out the bag, man.
Yeah, that's what it was. When Kels cut the bread off, then that's what pissed her off. Then she found out about he was still fucking with Cookie.
Man, shit. When did you start calling that bitch Cookie, nigga? What the fuck?
You know who that was.
That shit crazy.
Chicago K.
Y'all believe they was already accessing the jail record before Azrael even found that out? Y'all think?
No, they was.
No,
they started.
Hell yeah, they were.
I'm gonna tell you exactly.
They started he said they started in over a 6-month period from July.
Built their case off of that shit. Why else would you be accessing the shit that many fucking times? You doing it over an amount of time to gather as much information as you can, so you can. They was feeding it to the parents. Okay, they dumped that shit on Azrael.
Yeah, they waited until
dumped it on Azrael. Like, boom, this is what we got.
They waited as long as she had access to the money. They were okay because she was peeling the money, doing what she wanted to do with it. They started accessing his records. He said over a 6-month period from July.
And if you think about that 6 months, go ahead.
December.
They started accessing from July to December.
Okay,
Tasha K didn't give it. Now hold on. Now we're gonna look at it like this. Who encouraged that BOP officer to get in contact with Tasha K and give it to her? Because I'm quite sure that BOP officer was probably more than likely giving this shit to the prosecutors before she was giving it to the goddamn Tasha K.
Mm-hmm. And think about this.
Tasha K didn't get it until November. So from July, August, September, October,
oh my God.
Who was getting it all between? Who was she giving it to then?
Angel Crew and Larry.
Right.
And Larry, that's why Larry knew every fucking thing.
Right. And then on top of that, you talking about from July all the way to, let's say, to December. Like I said before, you take out the weekends and the holidays, she accessed that file every single day.
Yep.
Every day.
Uh-huh.
That man didn't have a chance from get-go because they already had the upper hand, but nobody knew. But I know the prosecutors, they knew. But whether it was gonna come out or not.
They knew. See, the thing about it is that's that blind eye. We gonna turn the blind eye to the bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Because it's helping us. If it's helping us, then we're not gonna talk about it. But then they turn around and everything that Don Russell did, they try to use it against RKelly.
Right.
Yep. And also let us not forget they are using this. Everybody's using RKelly as a come up. This point with the BOP officer and the prosecutors and everybody else. See, RKelly's case is the type of case that actually makes careers going in the future. You get promotions behind shit like this. This is the type of case that can literally set your career for the rest of your life, depending on where you are, especially in the justice system. If you're a prosecutor, you got RKelly on your notch, then all of a sudden all the high profile cases come to your office. Or if you're even associated with, if you're part of the legal team, that gives you a leg up in your career. If you're a judge, hell, you might even get promoted to the get promoted to a higher judge's seat, or maybe this gives you a notch as far as a possible Supreme Court nomination. It's a come up all the way around.
You ain't lying.
And he said that in the last call. He said, well, it seemed like some political shit.
Big vibe. What did I tell you a while back about RKelly? Didn't I tell you that? Seemed like every time he gets hit with bullshit, it always happens on an election year. I said that man's been used as an election tool and political pawn.
And he said that out of his mouth the other day, and on the last call with Storm.
Oh wow, these people, and that's the crazy part. People should know it should be something extra with this, because when has America ever cared? When has the justice system ever cared about black people, black women in particular? You have to know it's something more to this.
Right.
They want to destroy black men.
Shit, I've been trying to figure out when the black people rely on the goddamn media and the news network so much.
Exactly.
Right.
But I mean, black people as a culture, our culture has been watered down and desensitized so much over time. Because if you look back just as recent as the civil rights movement, we didn't trust the media at that time. We did our own research, and we were more militant minded as far as our information and how we retrieve it. You know what I'm saying? Now people just sit up in front of the television and just get force fed all this propaganda, and then they just run with the first thing they see, especially if it's somebody they not fond of, you know. And that's the thing that we need to stress to people. Like, even if you think this man is whatever, I mean, at least look at it from a law-based situation. I mean, just look at the laws that they have already altered during the case of this trial. You know what I'm saying? They did went and stretched out the statute of limitations just to bring this man in a courtroom. That's crazy. They changing laws right before our very eyes just to hang this man.
Right, and you know what? Shout out to Rizza Islam, because he said something on the video I saw, on the video short, where he was talking about the way everybody coming at RKelly, Bill Cosby, Michael Jackson, and there's black folks that's being part of it. We're being told to tear down our own, but yet at the same breath and token, they make every conceited effort to have a big movie featuring talk about Elvis Presley in the theaters. So, in other words, we got to tear down our own, but they get to celebrate theirs in the process. They tell us to destroy ours, but they uplift theirs.
Yeah, exactly.
Some of them take pride in destroying their own, destroying our own. A lot of them take pride in doing stuff like that.
And you guys made an excellent point earlier as far as witness tampering. I mean, every allegation, what were the four words that they use? Entice, coerce, persuade, and something else. You know what I'm saying? They did all of that within this trial themselves, the government.
Yeah. The government did all of the shit that they accused RKelly of is what they did.
And then
they gave a fucking star witness in the Chicago trial, fucking Section 8. They flew her to fucking Florida on Spirit Airlines where she had 6 connections.
I mean, that's unheard of in itself. Like Section 8, that's a slap in the face to victims of any crime. If you're saying that she's a victim, you're gonna give her who are you protecting? Because you're not protecting her.
Jeff, think about it. You just mentioned Spirit Airlines and Section 8 in the same sentence.
They say she was so overwhelmed they had to get a trip to Florida on Spirit.
First class.
The ride was a little turbulent, but she got there.
I thought about something though. So could it have been when they talk about Roshana going to fucking Florida? Could she have went hooked up with Jane Doe? I mean, could she went hooked up with government witness Jane Doe number 5?
That could be.
Look, Jane Doe number 5 gonna show you these emails, help you get prepared for trial, let you see what you need to see. Because she was still in her feelings about RKelly.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised, you know. Like, we need to get.
So why would they send her to Florida out of all fucking places if you need a vacation?
Exactly.
At this point, I wouldn't be surprised if every witness that they had on the trial from Chicago to New York, I wouldn't be surprised if even the ones that was in the Lifetime, I wouldn't be surprised if they all seen the email.
They probably all went on a group vacation.
Yeah,
right. Y'all read chapter 7 of my book?
Yeah. What's old girl name? Is it Cad Jones? The book lady?
Nah, Demetrius Smith. Y'all didn't read chapter 7, huh?
I ain't reading none of it.
You know what was going on? They say, what was going on in chapter 7? I was smoking dope.
But you know what's so crazy though, with how damaging this information is, and you know, Kel's finding out about it in 21, but the fact that they're even allowing they're not even trying to stop him from getting the information out there because the damage been done. So they finna do a double, triple up on them because now they can get the money off what they just did with these convictions, and then everybody that had a hand in the corruption, they gonna double back on them.
Yeah, they finna double back, and what they have to pay Kel, they gonna get back from the motherfuckers that helped them get them. Yeah. But this shit's crazy, man.
Yeah, they're not gonna look bad in the end. Somebody gonna have to be set still for a while because they done got egg in their face now, and they gotta make somebody pay.
But see, when you get in the bed with them people, you belong to them forever. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And whenever they want to pull you, you got to be fair game. So, and the thing about it is, it don't even pay to play that type of game because once they use you for what they use you for, they just get rid of you.
That's it. You just like a $40 holler, man.
Yeah. You just a gas station condom, you know, you're gonna use it, throw you out the window.
That's it, man.
Yeah, not a gas station condom.
That's that. Hey, and guess what? What they say? That's a lifestyle. Man, we got the OG shit. God damn it! What up, Sir Miguel?
Good evening, gentlemen. My brothers, how y'all doing? I just
Sir
want
Miguel, what's up, man?
What's up? What's up, gentlemen? I just want to tap in real quick, and I've said this before. See, when you silent and when you begin to speak, that's basically he's letting y'all know God is getting ready to move. All this stuff ain't happening just because. The corruption was gonna come out eventually. So now everybody's running scared. So now that all the pieces are falling in place, and if you notice, Bonjean been real quiet for a long time, which means she's doing everything she can to make sure these briefs are written in such a way that when she do her case law and all other kind of stuff, that it matches up to the bullshit that's been going on. It was time for R. Kelly in this season to speak. And even though I'm somewhat cautious, but at the end of the day, whoever you are, whether it's R. Kelly, whether it's Joe Blow down the street, whatever mistakes you made in your life, even if it don't have nothing to do with what's happening right now, when you're anointed by the Most High, things have to come your way so you can allow your spirit to in line with Him, so you can trust Him and let Him fight your battle for you spiritually. In the physical realm, Bonjean is doing what she needs to do. So as he said, keep getting the message out about the BOP stuff. And Big Vi, you are doing exactly the way it's supposed to be done. Instead of being all over the place, all this mumbo jumbo shit, because don't nothing get solved when everything is confused or designed to cause confusion. So again, to all the brothers on this panel, not only speaking up, but speaking common sense and truth to power. At the end of the day, when a small group of people get together, even the devil start running because he's scared. And I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Man, you preaching, Sir Miguel, for real. Me and Sir Miguel had a conversation a couple of nights ago, offline. We were talking, and he had a little reservation about R. Kelly talking to Storm, which I completely understand because of the fact Storm, used to line with Tasha K. And my thought was, I was like, you know what? I think part of it is Storm wanting to hear R. Kelly's story, but I also think another part of Storm is like this opportunity for him. Because the thing
and it's an opportunity for him to stick it to Tasha K.
Which is exactly where I was going. Because at this point, it's like he gets a chance to let R. Kelly tell his side of the story, while at the same time, he gets a chance to really put himself in a better position and be quote unquote on the right side of history. While at the same time, if Tasha K go down, or when she may more likely go down, her subscribers and her fans got to go somewhere. Mm-hmm. And he could be able to scoop them up in the long run also. So this is an opportunity for Storm on a bigger platform as well, not just for R. Kelly getting this side of the story out.
And see, the thing about it is what people don't need to understand is that he got to know he don't know who Storm Monroe is per se, but I'm sure that he was alerted that he was possibly one of the ops. So, at the end of the day, you got to go behind enemy lines sometime to get your message across.
Exactly.
He ain't got to convince us of shit. It's good to hear him talk, but he ain't got to convince us of a damn thing. He ain't got to bring awareness to us about shit. We know what's up. We got you, bro. You just confirming. Okay, you know what's going on. Okay, now that we know how you feel about this make me want to go even harder.
Yeah. And to Derek's point, he's gonna have to go hard now because now the spotlight has been shined on the enemies that's been doing the bullshit, but acting like they was doing the right thing with all this fake ass narrative and so forth and so on. And for the people that want to say X, Y, and Z about R. Kelly, all you have to do is look at the layers within the case, and you can see the bullshit and the corruption within it. From the people who testified, even to the people who didn't testify but stood around and watched at the end of the day. So, when the shit hit the fan, it's hitting the fan. And watch some more stuff come out that we probably didn't realize was underneath the table at the end of the day. Just watch.
Oh yeah, see, I love what you brothers coming with the spiritual aspect of it, because from the beginning, and I'm gonna fall back and let Derek finish his point. It's just, you know, from the beginning, it was already stipulated that this was a spiritual battle. So, you know, we seeing God move. He might not come when we call, but he's always on time. And with that, you know, you just feel the presence of God moving right now.
Right. You know, and it's funny because when he started talking, it hit a little bit different to me. You know, than what we've been talking about, you know, or what, you know, any other blogger, you know, has been saying. But for him to be able to put it together in his own words and it correlate exactly with everything that we feel, how we've been thinking about the Tasha K scene. Because I'm like, man, okay, Cardi B sued her. So it's confirming in my mind, this is what you do. This is your MO. You don't vet stories. You just run information like you done lost your mind. And you not vetting stories for Cardi B and vetting stories for RKelly. You just taking whatever coming your way. And you not even paying attention to what these people are saying. And you just letting them run with their narratives and you done get caught up. You done got hemmed up, Tasha. You gonna be stuttering again on the Instagram live in a minute. You gonna be stuttering again. Because it makes no sense. And when that shit was going down, she was shook. She was so shook because you know you did wrong. You know that was wrong. You know when old girl was hitting you, the Natasha sequence, a person who ain't even been on YouTube for 10 minutes was hitting you with transcript shit, and you couldn't even handle it.
And see, Derek, that's the key right there. Nobody really wanted to read them damn transcripts that was against RKelly. All they was just going off innuendo and sound bites. But as you said, as she was hitting it with them questions, she got so nervous because even the fact that when she said talked about the text messages, she admitted that she knew. Well, if you fucking knew, why you didn't say something? What happened to the so-called receipts if RKelly might be innocent? What happened to that? So you knew this whole time that it was all a play.
Yeah,
I mean, because she somebody shut her ass up too. And I think it might have been Angelo.
Yeah. You know, when I saw a pivotal change in Tasha K, because even though she does the bullshit that she does, I still can look at her and tell she has some sort of a moral compass about herself. And it was two pivotal points where I saw that she, you know, it was this whole situation was bothering her. And the first one was when she had her son, because she had a girl. But when she gave birth to a son and she knew the what she had been participating in this, you could just see a change in how she started to talk about Kels. And then it was written all over her face when she did that interview with the twins. You know what I'm saying? And then Don Russell and then Carrie came back. You could just see the change in her cadence when she was talking about Kels. You know what I'm saying? It was like, lady, you know this is a bunch of BS and y'all need to get off the boo-boo. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Even the interview with Valencia.
Right.
It was hitting a little bit different.
Right.
But you know what she did, and that's why she backed away. That's exactly why she backed away. Because she knew what she done and she couldn't keep on talking about it. She couldn't
start throwing the parents under the bus.
Couldn't keep on talking about that shit because she was gonna end up telling on herself. Because you gotta think about it, she used to run with RKelly news daily, nigga. She was doing daily unwinds about RKelly.
Right.
And then it went to nothing out of nowhere because she was told to shut the hell up. Because you getting reckless out here talking about jail records and shit.
And now, if you listen at this damn fool, listening to how concerned he is now. Now you weren't concerned about putting your daughter up to this shit and sending your daughter in there to be a secret agent, but now you so concerned at this point. He wasn't even 18.
You know what? And see, this is my thing because I'm watching everything that's going on, and don't none of y'all seem happy that like Kels is locked up. Like it's still
Like
it's
it's
fighting.
this what you gotta understand with me. I'm still dealing with my daughter, my child, who's fucked up, and this is why motherfuckers like this old smart dummy over there, and that side chick, none of them can ever understand. Because they rock that shit all day long, keep saying ass this, that, this. Y'all keeping that shit going. Because if they didn't speak about it, it wouldn't be keep going. But they speak about it because you need channels, you need growth now, this and that, and that's fine. But don't get mad when I speak on something and it's about my life. Because y'all invading my space and making my life into a different type of lifestyle. Because now I got to watch the internet again, see what this shit is, watch my family. Because how this shit going with this motion, guess what? Azrael could be pulled back in on some shit because of life.
Wait.
Why you say
that?
Why you read real well? Because of the motions. Did you read the motion? Read the motion.
Okay. I see what you're saying. So they they might call her in and be like, "Did you get
exactly. Now
the
we need to exactly. Now
yeah.
we need to hear
Run
this
it back.
part and that part again.
Yeah.
Yes. So now when she thinking she moving her life on, this dummy done dragged her in there because he want to be on his YouTube talking about, oh yeah, I got this, and we seen that, and you seen his father there, his mother there, this and that. Man, we was visiting. My wife never stayed at that fucking house. My son never stayed at his house. What the fuck is he talking about?
But you know they might
this shit goofy.
Oh, because they say they might pull you too, because she ain't say your name.
I promise you. Listen to me. I promise you they ain't gonna call me. Listen to me. I promise you. Now, if you did everything right, correct, fair, impartial, why would you be worried and concerned about something coming back to bite you in your ass when you have done everything the correct way?
Excellent question.
Right.
I mean, if you're not doing whatever you're doing, if it's not done with the intentions of being righteous, and anything that's not done and God is not the head of it, it's going to cripple and fall apart. You know what I'm saying? And that's exactly what it is. It's a lot of mischievous behavior and intentions. You know what I'm saying? It's because you sent your daughter in with ill intent. And, they say that maybe it was the mother that did a lot of that and he wasn't aware of it, but I beg to differ. Because there's no way that you wouldn't have known, and she's been with this man almost 5 years. You know what I'm saying? At some point you knew. So if you knew then you like, hey, it is what it is. I'm not finna fall off into trying to bring this man down and doing all this other crazy stuff in the background and trying to infiltrate. Listen, I'm gonna holler at my daughter when I holler at her because I know what me and my wife did to put her in this position. And it wasn't no harm being done to her. We all know that. You know what I'm saying? And you can't.
Look what Larry said. You know, guys, the world needs to know. Michael Avenatti said that 90% of this is not true.
Yep. Good point, Larry.
Yep, that's fact. Yo, I got a little piece of I got a piece of a clip, man. I went through some of Senator Sane stuff, and I got a little clip here. Shout out to Senator Sane, man. I left them a message. I said, yo, we really would love to have you on a panel. You ever get a chance? So Sir Miguel left them a message too. So if everybody can leave a message on the various videos for him to have him join us, I definitely would appreciate it. This one, this clip here, this one is from the valid questions that Larry was scared to answer.
We read like motions. transcripts. You know we educated over here, bruh. And as far as proving you wrong, I always do. But I just do it on my channel, though. You understand? So let's talk about some things then. Let's talk about Lisa Van Allen. Let's talk about how the indictment said that Lisa Van Allen and individual C was paid $100,000 each. And they had to, and RKelly made them two and individual B take lie detector tests. Let's talk about that. If individual B didn't accept no money, why would he be taking a lie detector test? Because I know if I'm not getting no money from nobody, nobody's making me take anything if I'm not getting paid from it. But I know why. Because in 2008, he threatened to extort RKelly again by holding a press conference. So the way I see it, somebody is omitting some information here. And it seems like it's the federal government. Because there would be no reason for him to take no lie detector test if he didn't accept no money in 2007. So why is the government ignoring the extortion against RKelly? Let's talk about that. Let's talk about how they say in the indictment that he sent the landfares out the country to make them unavailable for the investigation. But the trial didn't happen till 6 years later. So they had 6 years to do their investigation. Were the landfares out of the country for 6 straight years? Let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about how there was 2 tapes. And the first tape was investigated. There was nothing there. So let's talk about how another tape magically popped up, a second tape, and that second tape had clips from the first tape on it. Let's talk about that. But it wasn't a modified tape though, right? Let's talk about how did Jim Derogatis know to call Sparkle? How did he know it was her niece on the tape? How did he know? Why you keep bringing up Aaliyah? When she said nothing happened when she was alive. She told Jim Derogatis nothing happened. That people took it the wrong way. They was just close. Friends. There was never no marriage. The mother said that they've never seen Javante Cunningham ever in their life. But yet she's on the docuseries saying that she saw R. Kelly having sex with Aaliyah. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about how she tried to get that fake certificate, expunged off her record. Let's talk about David Orr and all the blemish marks around his signature on that fake certificate that R. Kelly, for a marriage that happened allegedly, that R. Kelly ain't being charged for. Let's talk about why the government ain't charging him for the marriage then. If it happened, why not charge him for it? Let's talk about how could Barry Hankerson be a witness for Tiffany Hawkins when she was allegedly supposed to be suing his management company as well as Jive Records when she was suing R. Kelly for money. Let's talk about how is he being charged for kidnapping in the New York indictment when all of these alleged victims left and met no resistance, no restraint when they was just simply ready to leave. Let's talk about that. No, better yet, Larry. Let's talk about why is it a 4-year range on when these tapes were created? How can they be certain, the government that is, and you for that matter, and everybody that follows you and listens to you, how can y'all be so certain that these women were minors if they don't even know exactly when the damn tapes was made, man? Tell me. Why? If the government said they can't confirm R. Kelly spoke to Richard R. Lyne Jr., they said there's no evidence to connect him to social media, but they're still holding him accountable for it in the paperwork. Tell me why, man. Y'all respect Jim Derrick Goddess so much. And let me say something about Jimmy D. All y'all people over there, man, y'all black folks, man, y'all love and respect him so much. Like he cares for black women and these black girls. Oh my God, he's been trying to expose R. Kelly for so many years. He cares about him so much. But he showed y'all who he was by exploiting Javante Cunningham, then snitched on her in the same damn book that he wrote for money. When he said, remember when he said, oh, I spoke to Javante and she told me that, oh, if I do say anything, it's going to be for a lot of money on somebody's big television screen. He showed y'all who he was.
And it just keeps getting better and better.
Yeah, man. I miss Senator Sane dropping those videos, man. He always came with nothing but pure facts and man.
Like I said, this one is called The Valid Questions Larry Was Scared to Answer. He pretty much went into everything that we've been talking about this whole time in just this little bit over 7 minutes. The marriage certificate, the thing with Aaliyah, Javante Cunningham, Jim Derrick Goddess, all of it, that the government and why the government, everybody keep bringing up Aaliyah when R. Kelly's not being charged for a marriage that supposedly had happened, which we all know. And Big Vi, you've been beating the drum about David Orr also, and Senator Sane brought him up too. So
yes, indeed.
And you know what's sad too is that Leah's mother had already spoken, and it seems to me that the people that's alive saying this didn't happen, y'all just overlooking what they're saying and not giving them no credit at all. But at the same time, Aaliyah's dead, but you speaking on her behalf, but she already spoken. So it tells me y'all they so lackluster in what they want to say, but at the same time, you not even going by what the people who's lived it, been through it, and saying nothing happened. Like they don't even care. Like their words don't even matter, man. And that bothers me, bro. That bothers me.
Absolutely.
I feel you on that, Sir Miguel, because they don't want the truth. They only want their narratives. And I said this on another platform once before. I said, what do you want? Do you want the truth or you want a narrative? You can't have both.
Facts.
Mm-hmm.
And just like me and J-Rock was talking the other day, when we were talking, I said it behooves me that Tim gonna sit there and say he don't know whether his daughter is dead or alive. Who in the, excuse my language, but who in the fuck parent would even say that on social media? If you felt that way, your punk ass would be up in Chicago right now.
Exactly.
But see, it just goes to show you the way his way of thinking is, because if she's missing, you would be doing a police report, but you know exactly where she is, but you playing this game to the American people so they can feel sorry for you. But your lies are coming out and you twisting your words up so bad and you contradicting every fucking thing you say. So just shut the fuck up.
Exactly. Because, I mean, to even spew something like that into the universe when you know that it's nowhere near the situation, you know, it's crazy to me. Like, these people, they so blinded by their own clout chasing that they would even say something like that about their own child that already ain't trying to fool with you. So you're further distancing yourself from your seed with this with this BS rhetoric
And
that you know.
To say she's dead, for the nigga to even say that my daughter have a sexually transmitted disease.
Oh my God.
She got it from you talking about how I have one daughter. I have sisters, I have a mother, auntie. But how do you talk about the child that you helped create? Come on a public platform and talk about your daughter underneath her clothes as a man.
Lord have mercy.
And you expect your daughter to have any type of respect for you. For Tim, this shit has been a fucking reality show from the beginning. That's why I salute Uncle Muse, because Muse call him Hollywood. And that's what it's been about with him. It's never been about his daughter, his daughter well-being, his daughter whereabouts. It has always been about his daughter relationship with RKelly, and he exploited it for financial gain.
Let me add one more thing real quick, Big Live.
Okay.
And shout out to Ryan Clark, because he said something today. I watched a little bit, and he was talking about, you know, when you love your children. He said I'm not expecting my children to love me the way I love them. And it sort of hit home, man, because you do for your children, and they didn't ask to be here, but it's your responsibility to take care of. And just to sit here and hear that man say that, man, and as much as I love my kids, man, I will go to fucking back all the way to infinity. I'm not expecting, like he said, I'm not expecting my kids to celebrate me. And that's one thing I tell my kids. Don't celebrate me on Father's Day. You don't got to do shit for me. Because as a parent, as a father, when I laid down and had sex and I procreated you and you came into this world, it was my responsibility to take care of you at the end of the day. So you don't have to acknowledge anything. When my days are over, you can say, you know what? My dad went through his ups and downs, but he made sure that we was okay in spite of. And if you never even tell me, it's okay, because guess what? That is my duty. It is my responsibility. I don't need no fucking credit. I don't need no cards. I don't need no gifts. I don't need shit.
No, because if you're a father every day, not on Father's Day.
Period. You understand what I'm saying? So,
yep.
For me to hear that shit, it rubs me the wrong way. And if I hear anybody else talk like that, bro, I'm liable to snatch their ass up if they say it in my face, for real. Because it bothers me, man, because as fathers, we don't get enough credit anyway. When I'm talking about media-wise, whether it's child support or the court system, all that shit. But the ones who out there doing what the fuck they need to do, it's like they get the hard times, but the dudes that ain't doing shit, they get all the love.
Preach.
Oh, damn. Just said something, bro.
Yeah.
So for me,
I felt that.
For the brothers who have kids and that's trying to do right by their kids, and the mother is doing some janky shit or vice versa, that speaks volume to who raised you and who you are. Because if a man wants to take care of his child, allow that man to take care of that child. No ifs, ands, or buts, no strings attached. And if you got to get the government involved in your shit for a man to take care of his own fucking child, then that speaks to who you are, and you allowing this system to dictate how to raise your fucking kid. That's why we got so many goddamn kids in jail right now. And I'm gonna leave it at that.
Sure.
Hey, Jeff.
I ain't mean to go on a rant. I'm sorry, gentlemen.
Good evening, gentlemen. Blessings to my nephew, Big Vi. I believe I see my brother Jeff. It's always an honor and a pleasure to be graced with your words, my brother. Sir Miguel, J-Rock. I can't see the rest because the thing nephew got on top of the screen, so I'm not able to see everybody. I think I got everybody.
Oh yeah, that kills to the broom truck when they let them out of jail.
Right.
Bag.
Hope I didn't miss nobody. Forgive me if I did.
Yeah, what was you saying, brother?
Yeah, Jeff. Yeah, I'm not sure if you heard about. Well, I'm sure you probably heard about the story because it's in your neck of the woods. When Sir Miguel was talking about fathers and the credit that the fathers really don't get, especially in the national media. Mm-hmm. There was a report about an 8-year-old girl who was killed by her mother because she was accused of loving her father too much.
What? I ain't hear. No, I saw I hear about that.
I never heard about that.
Did you, Sir Miguel? No, I didn't hear that.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Yeah, this is according to CBS Chicago. The girl's name is Amaria Osby, and said that she was murdered in an uptown residence for quote unquote loving her father too much.
Wow.
Wow, I'm speechless after hearing that. Wow.
Yeah, man, that's horrible, man.
That's the pure evil.
It said Amaria, who died at age 8, was on the radar of the Illinois Department of Children and Family Services since she was 3 years old. The department admitted rules were not being followed in this case, but we're learning the story told us for 8 months may be a very different than the one told to the mother facing murder charges. And said last May, Amaria's mother, I think Adriel Hagler, tried to get her to drink bleach. Hagler later admitted to suffocating Amaria with a plastic bag because she loved her father more.
Wow. Oh, baby. That's mental illness on a whole nother level. Like whoever that mother is, to do that to her own baby because she's jealous of the love that baby has for her father. Wow.
Right. But you know what? Shout out to a lady by the name of Crimson Cure. She did a little video on this earlier, man. I mean, she said she brought up the point that the reason why she loved her father more because she know that her father wasn't going to abuse her and treat her bad like that.
Mm-hmm.
And you said the Illinois Department of Children and Families, they've been looking into this since she was 3. So for 5 years, they actually knew something was going on for at least 5 years and didn't do anything.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm gonna say something. I mean, it's a lot going on, man, and in this area in Chicago, and I'm sure Muse could attest to it as far as the energy just being off all the way. Like it's so much, especially with this new generation and just the lack of a heart and a moral compass is like running rampant now. I don't know if it's some in the air, in the water, with this new generation, with the lack of love and empathy for one another, and I don't think it's just in Chicago, but in particular in Chicago, if you feel what I'm saying. And I think a lot of it has to do with and it's the music, the culture, the deaf culture, the counsel culture. It's just so many different moving parts as to why things are the way they are now. And it's like, it's just so hard for, that's why I appreciate platforms like Big Five and all you intelligent brothers where we can show camaraderie to one another and love and embrace each other as brothers and show that empathy. You know what I'm saying? We all strong brothers, but still show each other love. A lot of times we see that missing with this new generation. And then I don't know, I can't put my finger on exactly to what it is because it's just so many different things.
Right. Oh, and Jeff, just aside, I went on ahead. I put the link to that story in the private chat. So if y'all want to look it up, it's in there.
Okay, definitely. I'll definitely check that out. Appreciate it. But,
you know, Jeff, I think a lot of it has to do because people are becoming lovers of self.
Absolutely.
And this whole thing where we've come into this place of monetary gain, and with IG and social media, it's put this materialistic wave out there that everybody want what they want now, instead of putting it on the back burner and say, let me work towards this. They want instant gratification. So when you don't get it, or you don't have the love within you to love yourself, then you go out and do frivolous shit. And it's a weird thing, man, but it's like a stronghold on these young kids' mind, because guess what? They still growing. They still trying to learn, but at the same time they're confused. And if they don't have the right people around them to groom them and to teach them a better way, then they're gonna go to the streets, or they either gonna listen to music, or they're gonna see something on TV, or they just gonna become so obsessed and absorbed with what's in front of them that's so negative. They feel like, well, I can go out and do it, but I'll get away with it.
Man, I totally agree. Because just in the neighborhoods now, like when I was a kid growing up, it was more family orientated. Like you go outside, the whole community was like, it was a village, really. Like they said, a village to raise a child. I mean, the next door neighbor see you cutting up, they could, bring your ass over here, whoop your ass, and then take you to your mama, she whoop your ass. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That element is missing now. You know what I'm saying? Now these kids, they just cussing in front of adults. They don't have no type of respect for their elders. It's just totally different now. So I think we lost a sense of community, as well as what you say, that individual. I can never say that word, but just focused on self, like you said so much. No type of fellowship or brotherhood, sisterhood. This sense of family, you know what I'm saying, is broken right now. So I definitely feel that.
Yeah, I'm piggyback off what Brother Jeff was saying. What came to my mind when he was describing, my nephew said the other day about this country is governed by laws, and I would add to that this planet is governed by laws, the laws of nature. Whether it be how the birds fly, the law of gravity for them, and how the planes, the farmers, y'all get what I'm saying? Our mental health, our emotional state, our spiritual health, our physical health, exercise, what goes up must come down. There's a law. And because of the lawlessness of many, meaning a lot of humanity, a part of humanity, because of that lawlessness, deciding to do that is like, that in turn causes your heart. Pop even wrote a poem on it, wax cold. You look at someone who walks in principles, that walks in morals, that walks in standards, they walk in integrity. You know what I mean? In other words, they have personal wealth, which is good character. You can bank on them moving and navigating a certain way, that the outcome will always be righteous and good. Fairness, betterment for all human. You know what I mean? But when you get someone who disregards that and throws out laws and all of that stuff, because without those rules and that structure in society breaks down. And when you go against that, the inevitable, it's a certainty what you're going to have. And that's what you see. And I yield back on this. That's how powerful the free human will and freedom of choice is. Whatever your biblical belief, not gonna touch none of that. We respect all. But your creator designed us in such a way as a human, you can decide the right path or the wrong path. However that looks to you. But there's consequences. There's repercussions for that.
Absolutely.
So that's why us on this panel and others like us across the four corners of the globe, as men, must regain our rightful place. We must stand up and be counted. We already know we're going to take some hits. That's just part of being, the priest of your home, the protector of your community. To stand up and let your voice know in your particular city and whatever your ward is. You bring your issues to your particular alderman. You know what I mean? As men to step up. But we have fell back from that responsibility. You know what I mean? It's like OG Bobby Johnson, and it's the same concept. That's why I like those type of movies that depict those type of messages that help, navigate us and get us back in alignment when we've got distracted and got off track. You know what I mean? But we got to understand the nature of the beast. This world is good and there's bad. You choose. You choose. So and I know that was a lot, and I apologize. I yield back.
Oh man, no, I appreciate that.
Another thing, I interject after that since I'm the young gun in the room. Well, I may not seem young, but with this RKelly case, it's a slap in the face for it. I feel like, to me, and this is just a thought that I had one day. I was just thinking, and I was like, man, you know what? It seemed like a slap in the face to real men in the community, because y'all want us to believe that in the community where RKelly navigated, that y'all claim this man has been doing this for 30 years and that no one checked this man not one time. It's like, everybody just, it's RKelly, you just get away with this shit. I say, as a man, as a young man, in my neighborhood, in my community, if I know of some shit and I heard of some shit like these allegations, certain things are just not going to go. You're not allowed to walk around in the neighborhood and you are an alleged predator.
Absolutely not.
That just don't happen in our neighborhoods. So for them to come out and try to make it seem like this man was doing this shit and everybody was just okay with it, you's a fucking lie. No man, if you're on the registered sex offender list, let your ass get caught in the hood.
Yep.
What the hell you doing over here? You in the wrong neighborhood, man. These little kids out here playing every day.
Yeah, you absolutely correct. Like, even like with the community aspect of it, especially at that time frame that they talk about, that the streets, we ain't even got to dive into that and how organized the streets was with the different organized. We ain't even got to go, just the community itself, how it was in that time frame. Kids had to be, we couldn't just wander off, you know what I'm saying, and be gone for days at a time. You know what I'm saying? You got aunties and uncles on the block, neighbors and stuff that you got to be in before the street lights come on. You know what I'm saying? It was people that was outside. It was festivals. It was picnics. It was especially like in the summertime. It was after school programs and rec centers and things of that nature where kids and adults could go. It was protected. You know what I'm saying? So for RKelly, it's almost laughable to think that anybody would be coming through doing something like that at that time frame, especially, you know what I'm saying, with the type of things that was going down. So it just lets you know right there, it was just the tallest tale ever told, and people just added on. It was just a big myth, and it was never no substance to it. And
But they ran with the
actually,
Pied Piper. Oh, he called himself the Pied Piper.
absolutely. It's just you know, in your window, and you know, and I'm like, well, name me somebody which one of your classmates, since you said which one of your classmates did he peel off the school? Well, give me a name. And they could never do that. And it baffles me. You know what I'm saying?
It don't exist, brother Jeff. It don't exist.
It
That's
don't.
why Sir Miguel always talks about the importance of mental health awareness, man. That's a real thing, and a lot of individuals. And my heart goes out to him, Sir Miguel. However, you must go get yourself some help. It's okay to say, hey, you know, hey, I'm just scarred. I'm still wounded. I'm still struggling through this. This has been a hamper on my. It's okay, and forget about what somebody thinks, because people gonna say something, whether it's right, wrong, or indifferent. But you owe it to yourself as a human to not allow yourself not to go get some help and some counsel, some therapy, or a life coach, because evidently it's not been working for you. And now it has spilled over in such a way that anything come up, your emotion is on your sleeve. You are swayed it to and fro. You easily hoodwink. You're easily bamboozled. That's a dangerous position to be in. To allow someone to throw a message out, and because you're still hurting, because you're still wounded, because you still got unforgiveness, because you got deep suited resentment that you have not dealt with. It may be a violation toward you or someone close to you. And that's the danger and the wickedness behind them using that narrative to manipulate the minds of so many, specifically in our community. And I'll just leave that right there and let that breathe.
And see, Brother Muse, and that's what I keep telling people. The word pedophile, if they understand what it means, then they would understand that his PSR test showed through the psychiatrist that he's not one, number one. Number two, that's something you can't switch off and on. You stay where you are with what you like.
Right.
You don't go from 14 to 35, then back down to 16, then 16 to 40. It don't work like that.
You said that numerous times, man. Yep.
It don't work like that. So the problem is with that narrative is almost just like the Candyman.
Like it wasn't Tim McGill? I didn't catch that.
Like the Candyman.
Oh, yeah,
everybody
yeah.
wanted the candy. The Candyman did it, but he ain't nowhere around. It's a figment of your imagination. So if you look at the way R. Kelly is being displayed throughout the community of Chicago and Illinois, he's dangerous. He's a musician, but damn, you gotta watch what you do around him, because he go up to the high school, he go to McDonald's and shit. So everybody pausing, but oh shit,
right there,
is that's for real? You know what I'm saying?
That part just said right there was powerful, because this was my thought on yesterday's live and today, and I'm glad you said that. You mean to tell me, J-Rock and Jeff, please help me out. You mean to tell me, from the time he started in Subway, when he got that MGM group? What's it called? MGM? The group before he got the public announcement.
Yep.
From that start, you can even go back when he was going with Mama to choir rehearsal, to study like that. So at the beginning, when he first started singing and knowing that he got a voice, from there all the way up to he became a political prisoner. With everyone that I didn't realize how many people this man had wrote from until this. I didn't know how many people he literally took out of the graveyard.
Facts.
And because of the daring, just the appreciation of the love and respect for the artistry and the respect for God of heaven for endowing him with the gift. to reach out to others that really never really would associate with him. And you mean to tell me none of them individuals, even today, and he didn't work with a lot of people, and he was like Pac in the studio. When we in here and we on trying to get it done, we in here putting in that work. So you're gonna have to sacrifice. They gonna have to go back. You forget that you eat. That's how you got to be in here like this. And that's why it's only a few artists like that we can still talk about after they gone. That's up there. That's why we can still talk about Kobe. Because his work ethic was impeccable. And you mean to tell me all of those close sessions, all of those collaborations in the studio for all the country, and not one, and been around y'all family in y'all all of that, and ain't not one person can come up and tell me, show me no of nothing. Y'all better stop playing with me, man. Y'all are all cowards in the industry. Y'all cowards. You less than men and women. For the sake of that should have woke y'all up and say, well, wait a minute, I done been with Kel. Man, we did a whole collaboration, a couple of albums on the disc. Dude ain't, I don't know what they talking about to be a dude ain't like. But because not what I said now, when you don't stand on principles, when you don't walk in integrity and have standards, if you don't embrace the protection and upholding of the law of in all facets, the law of nature, and the law, I said all of that.
Stand on business.
You know what I mean?
And Brother Muse, and it goes back to something I said. I can forget who I was talking to. They act like people don't know how to dial 911. There was a case on the first 48. A 12-year-old child watched her whole family get killed. And the I think it was the uncle or the cousin was looking for her because he knew she was still alive. But she got out that house. She told the police everything from the time it started to the time it ended. So don't tell me that people are scared to call the police or go right or get a police report done. That whole narrative about, oh, he was powerful. No, bullshit. You were powerful in using him to get what you needed to get the money that you needed out of him. You used him for your power because you saw something in him, because you looked at the money part of it. And you thought that he was so weak that he wasn't going to figure shit out later on. That's why shit is coming out the way it's coming out now. That false narrative, oh, we were scared to go to the police. If that's the case and you that grown, then you need your ass kicked.
But you wasn't scared to take his goddamn money.
Exactly.
And extort him out his money.
And you know what else? I think it's real funny. I think it's real funny they want to keep bringing up this RKelly and McDonald's narrative, but yeah, them fools will run quick to Subway, real quick, won't they?
That's another thing. You mean to tell me all the customers that was there at the time, whenever he visited, throughout from way back, Brother Dean Bella, from way back when he started going all the way up to now. You mean you can't produce one individual that has enough guts to say, hey, he did so, not one?
Yo, that's the same thing.
One person, not one?
That's the same thing I've been saying. I said, yo,
y'all better stop.
Y'all pushing this narrative all through Surviving R. Kelly. Yeah, we used to ride by, see him up at the schools. We see him up at the McDonald's. Whoop-de-whoop-de-woo. But y'all couldn't get one person to say, yo, come on, like, you get what I'm saying? Come on, like, y'all gotta make it make sense to me. It's
an insult to all intelligence. It's an insult, Brother Jeff. It's an insult. Now, this is 2023, bro. Enough is enough, man.
Yo, Unc, I remember Kel said something so real in an interview. It was like 2016. He said in an interview, they was like, oh, like somebody was saying, why you don't really address the basically all the allegations and stuff.
Right.
He said, why should I or why would I? He said, yo, right now, he said, all right, I could go right now to the bathroom, come back out with some pills in my hand. He said, you know what you gonna turn around and tell people? Oh shit, Kel's on some pills. Rather than asking me, like I'm saying, rather than maybe thinking, oh, what if those pills are for a headache? People just gonna automatically say, oh, yeah, R. Kelly out here popping pills. Yeah, he on Percocets, he on Molly. You get what I'm saying? And I was like, yo, when he said that, it made so much perfect sense. Yo, people don't really take the time out to really, like, you get what I'm saying? Like, do a extensive background check or really dig deep. People just go for what's the first thing they see and hear and then just run with it.
Yeah. That's why I can respect highly Brother Bootsy. Because he coined that phrase,
that's my guy.
Ties with hatred. And me, I'm analytical, Brother Jeff. As a lot of us probably at Sir Miguel. So I sit back and look at that and process that to get to a degree in your life where you don't just hate, but it is so that you are hypnotized with hatred for another human,
right?
For your own counterpart. They ain't talking about for an animal, and no disrespect to the animal kingdom, but I'm talking about for your own counterpart, another human. You got so much degree of hate to the point that you are so jealous and envy and have an entitled spirit, like someone owe you something.
That Willie Lynch is
what
live.
About the other narrative they run with? Oh, he called himself the Pied Piper. We should have known something was wrong. Well, I recently found an article about R. Kelly explaining his reason for the Pied Piper comparison. Now, if you look on the screen, I sent it to Brother J Rock as well to read it. But this is the detailed description of why he called himself the Pied Piper. We killing all the narratives tonight.
Well, let's see. Well, I'll go ahead. I'll read it. It said, R. Kelly's recent interview with GQ magazine is a gift that keeps on giving. After detailing his life story in a 45-minute song, the singer has finally explained why he began. It should have been why he began referring to himself as the Pied Piper of R&B during the height of the legal issues involving alleged sexual assault allegations with encounters with minors. I started calling myself the Pied Piper when I started using the flute sound in my music. Kelly explains, pointing out the classics like Fiesta and Snake. I was the Pied Piper. Blow a flute. I started calling myself the Pied Piper because of the flute. Surprisingly, Kelly reveals he wasn't privy to the story behind the fable. The Piper was hired by the people of Hamlin to lure away all the town's rats with his music. And then when he did so, and adults of Hamlin refused to pay him, the Pied Piper took revenge, luring all of the children away and killing them. Absolutely not. I was only thinking about the can't see the part about the metaphor about the flute.
You can see the rest of it.
About the flute, he replies. Now, I think it's very funny. There's a couple of things that jump out at me.
But J-Rod, this one thing. You see how people take it and twist it like, all right, it has to be like, if you know the real, like the story, this, as I said, this is the story I've always been told. He took the kids and killed them. He didn't take the kids and go sleep with them. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, why, like, like him call himself the Pied Piper, whatever the case may be. Y'all making it seem like the Pied Piper took them kids and went and slept with them. No, he took the kids and killed them.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? It's like it's two
But
different things.
But you see,
it's just
but
a
you see,
story.
Charlemagne from the Breakfast Club was one of the main ones that started pushing that damn story out there like that.
Yeah, he got some nerve.
Yeah, exactly. yo, Jeff, I'm right with you.
The goddess. He called Charlemagne the goddess.
Jeff say he got some nerve.
Okay, Jeff, I'm 100% with you.
Jeff, right?
I don't know how somebody could. I don't know how you could cop out to a sexual assault, whatever the case may be, and you sitting down chastising somebody else.
But hold on now. See how that work? See how the people is just all on kills because what the media said, it's time to be mad at RKelly. So much so with Charlemagne the God, we know this woman was victimized by this man underage, was drugged, and they ain't got nothing to say about them. Well, Me Too movement knocking down his door. Well, all these
he was on their platform.
Oh no. Oh, Me Too.
Right. He was on Lifetime talking mess about this man, and he what? Really?
Me Too recruited him. He was one of their advocates.
The level of hypocrisy is insane.
Yeah, and also too, let's not forget at the end of Surviving RKelly, at the end of the so-called final chapter, Angela Yee jumped her ass on that.
Oh man,
now, you of all people should know.
Man.
You coming out and speaking out against RKelly when you work next to a sexual predator for years on the damn show.
Thank you. The man goes on live air and makes jokes about how he rapes his wife during sleep and says he doesn't see nothing wrong with it.
Well, hold on, we got audio of this man talk about RKelly and how he admired him allegedly on the P-tape. You know what I'm saying? Like this dude was in 2011 did an interview with someone was like, man, Kills was doing his thing. I learned how to get down watching that tape. But now you bashing the man a year later. Like what? Like, come on, bro.
Brother Jeff, check it out. This why I love Brother Levi and we all of us kind of think alike. When he said, I don't have no more tolerance, man, for people that surface level thinking. I'm just sorry. I ain't finna have no conversation with you. You know what I'm saying? You got to be on this level, man. I'm not finna waste my time no more. I ain't finna throw my pearls to swine, brother. No more.
Yep.
This 2023, I got a whole different mindset. You mean to tell me that all of y'all, CNN, Jim Derrick Greasy, all of y'all, if that was a minor, this would mess me up by the mindset. It's you hoodwink, bro. You got to be under the power of deception. You got to be.
Yeah, they don't.
All of y'all, everybody and their mama just do this. Y'all selling this in flea markets, man. Y'all better stop playing with me, man, with this. And hey, Pornhub and all them porn sites, with all the ones you can name, it's so many of them you can't even name them. All right, I think it's almost too close to $1 trillion business. And it's over everything that individuals talked about. And you mean to tell me they gonna jeopardize they bag?
Fact.
Come on, man.
Don't nothing sell more than
sex and drugs. Man. The government and all them was spoofing, man. All these individuals got, man, stop playing with me, bro. But that's how small-minded, Brother Jeff, how narrow-minded people, and I'm finna yield back on this. They swim and dive into, hear me. Oh, thank you, Holy Ghost. Yeah. They dive into the sea of unforgetfulness, swimming past the dirt and digging up yours. Better watch people like that.
It's unbelievable. People don't even know that they are slaves to mind manipulation through false narratives and propaganda. We're going to tell you who to be mad at. Now, let's say the narrative and the propaganda tomorrow is, okay, RKelly free. Everybody love R. Kelly again. Now we want you to hate Charlamagne the God. He's the monster. He's the, then everybody gonna do a smick, then we surviving Charlamagne the God. You know what I'm saying? And then it's just a cycle. Okay, we're gonna. And they got a remote control and they just control it 85% of the people and they fall for it every time.
and Jeff, and no funny shit. What you just said, people, if that was the case, people will really follow and give in. If that was the narrative, Kels comes out tomorrow. It's unmute Kels. Yeah, but now we gonna chastise Charlamagne. I'm telling you, everybody's gonna go follow.
Keep that same energy. Keep that same energy.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I looked at everybody like, mind you, I was a kid at this time when the whole world was chastising Michael Jackson. But now I looked at everybody like hypocrites. I'm like, yo, y'all was the same people dragging this man through the mud. And now everybody is, Michael Jackson this, Michael Jackson that. When Whitney was here, everybody dragged Whitney over substance abuse. I'm like, damn, that's why I think that was one of the things why I really I never wanted to get do drugs and things like that. Cause it's like, yo, damn, just look at how you got what I'm saying? And that's one of our greats regardless.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, and the thing when you brought up the names, Whitney Houston, Michael Jackson, hell, throw Prince up in that fray too.
Those are all heavy hitters, icons.
Right. The commonality between those three: Michael Jackson, king of pop, greatest entertainer of all time. Whitney Houston, one of the most powerful voices to ever be recorded.
Queen of pop and queen of pop soul.
And Prince, one of the greatest and one of the most influential musical geniuses of the past 50 years. Mm-hmm. All three iconic, highly influential entertainers, and all three just so happen to have died in the time frame of less than 7 years. Give me three white artists at or near the level of those three that have died within the same time span. I'll wait.
Wow.
And you know what's something I don't like, and I'm gonna say too on the platform. Like me and my lady, I was arguing this the other day. I was looking at lists, they had Justin B. They were trying to compare Justin Bieber, Justin Timberlake to R. Kelly. I said, yo, this is why I don't like the white community or these white narratives. Yeah, I get a white person that could do something decent at best, and then now all of a sudden he's somewhat there in the conversation to challenge our icons or greats. I'm like, yo, hell no. You can never put no Justin Timberlake and R. Kelly in the same name. And I always said, all of our black icons and greats, they had to work and slave and struggle to get that name. I was like, yo, when you look at a white artist, they can be subpar and then be on this high pedestal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's disrespectful to even put them in the same conversation.
I find that ultimately disrespectful, Jeff. It's crazy to me,
because you're giving them the illusion that they're great, and so they're basically saying this is greatness here, even though they subpar, because they will put them on the pedestal, but then downgrade us below the pedestal.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah, I saw something floating around where they had Michael Jackson like top 100. They had him 85 or some crazy shit. I'm like, are y'all crazy? Who ain't no 85 people in the been singing in the industry better than no Michael Jackson? Stop playing.
You know, man, they had Beyonce in the top 10.
I know die-hard Beyonce fans. And one of the first things they always say, what I could respect about them is, Beyonce just a great performer, hands down. But vocally,
Nah.
I don't know where because it's like, yo,
because I can mention one name.
The two that's at the top,
that'll knock that out the box. But I give back.
The two that's at the top, we know, is Mariah and Whitney.
Yes, indeed.
We not taking that. And then Aretha Franklin, if you want it, you know what I'm saying. Those are like
Mary J. She's so far down the list.
And
Mary,
don't forget about Anita Baker now. That woman can blow.
But I'm saying, is Beyonce as vocally gifted as them? Hell no.
And also, let's not forget Patti LaBelle, bro. Patti LaBelle.
Right.
Yes,
you touching on something, Dean Bella. You touching on something because, you know, y'all know your brother Muse. I tend to process things a lot different than the average person. There's artistry across the globe, every culture. Because one European name that I mentioned, I can mention that everybody loves this song to this day, and no one will take nothing from them. You know, I can feel it in the air. You know,
of course,
Phil Collins. You know what I mean? So
that's classic, bro. That's classic.
When you're talking about certain categories, you know what I mean? When you're talking about, I should get like this and make my same point, and we can talk on this because a lot of y'all got a little bit more history than I do on this, but I can hold my own. When you talk about the rap game and you go as far as back, you know, my age bracket all the way back before me, you know what I mean, all the way up. You know, rappers like Brother Jeff, all the way up.
OG Melly Mel.
Talk about artists who's an MC, that's a whole different category. When you're talking about just a rapper, that's a whole different category. And people don't get, they try to make it all one, but it's not. But when you come to talk about lyricists, I want to focus on that point. People throw all these names around, but they forget. They forget Big Daddy Kane.
Oh yeah, Big Daddy Kane.
Forget about.
I got a quick question. Since we got some young cats on here, and
I'm a Brooklyn cat, man. Of course, like Big Daddy Kane.
you know, we got Dean and Vi.
Don't forget about
Dean and Vi. And we, you know, everybody else is pretty much around the same age. I had a debate with a young cat over you know, we were talking about LL, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, man, LL.
Jeff, can I just say one thing?
Go ahead, bro.
Lyricists in the business.
What I don't like, all right, this is what I don't like what people do to LL. LL is a great. We can never take that from him. The reason why LL don't get the push today or like get the recognition, because his music is not disrespecting women.
I got you. Yep. Yeah. And that's crazy, Dean Bella. That, you know, that's crazy. That's crazy, bro.
That's crazy.
Don't forget about Rakim.
I said, yeah, Rakim. So y'all get my point. You got rappers that, you know, rap. I can name some guys, but when you bring, now everybody should know by now, how much I adore Pac. I now really laid that down. Yeah, I think I'm gonna reiterate what I said. When you look at Pac and you look at Biggie, you got two different individuals. One had what the other didn't have. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? What Pac did, Pac wasn't necessarily lyrically inclined with a point where he like a Rakim, that intensity like that. But what Pac did have is that whatever he said at the moment was the most potent. And something on your mental that had you in thought process.
You know what?
Biggie rap like a
Biggie had the braggadocio, the player, like the swag. Pac had the pain.
And the jazz player just swings and put emphasis on certain notes, and you know what I mean. He put emphasis on these certain notes. That's how Biggie rap.
Yeah, see, Biggie was a lyrical architect. Like you can visualize what he's saying. Like it's a move. Like You listen to that song, Niggas Bleed Just Like Us. The story that he tell.
Right.
You see that so vivid.
Yeah.
Yeah, and see, and you know, the late great Shock G, he really broke it down.
Man, I miss him.
Between
miss that brother.
Between Big and Pac, he said when Big would rap, Biggie was a swinger.
Yeah,
like Miles Davis over jazz. He was a swinger.
Mm-hmm.
Biggie can make the simplest things sound dope when he rap.
There you go.
And the way Pac was, the material, whatever Pac rapped about, was potent at that time.
Yeah,
and Pac was so well read, it just had that extra venom when Pac rapped.
Yeah.
So there were two different styles, but both very effective.
Yeah, Pac touched your soul. You know what I'm saying? His content and his cadence and his passion, you felt his pain. You know what I'm saying? And even if you didn't particularly go through that situation, you can resonate with it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So my point is, back to brother Kelly, is that because of the demand or how the business is and the entertainment is entertainment, I get that portion of it. I get that portion of it. But these artists that we've been talking about, you know, like you said, Nita Baker, and she's one of my favorite vocalists, Whitney Houston, and my best is Layla Hathaway. I go to her concert, I'll just literally pass out.
Yes, sir. I'm right there with you, Mills.
She realigns my spinal cord. So my point is, anytime you got artists whose message is touching the human spirit for a better perspective to navigate to become the best human that they were designed to be, those who control the narrative and the elitists to control music. Like they got a time frame on you. They got, you know what I mean? They got a sand of an hourglass ticking on you. You know what I mean? You're not gonna be around long because that's not what they want. It's the same concept that shared with Brother J Rock and we talked about early on about that letter that changed the face of hip hop that happened in '91. It's a sit down that they had, and that's what's going on today. Things like that. So when you got somebody like Kells and Prince and Michael Jackson that reached that pinnacle like that, the impact of masses, and Kells becomes now in a category of his own because his foundation, you can see, it's a spiritual human connection. I mean, man, it's inwoven so much that no matter what brought sing blues, he did some blues song, he did some Jamaican type songs, he did some jazz type songs, you know what I mean? He did opera, wow, dude.
Country.
I mean, everyone can, and then he got a spiritual element, and it just really just to touch the human soul. Them individuals, like Michael Jackson said, who run them particular labels, who are wicked and evil, do not want that.
And see,
that's why, and don't disrespect for hip hop. No disrespect to hip hop. I'm not even gonna touch that because I can name some names I like, but I'm not gonna touch that. That's why certain songs in the hip hop, especially this new era, they push that.
The
genius focus on the money, the cars, and there's nothing wrong with those things, but they don't show you what's the process and what type of character does one must possess in order to obtain that, maintain that, and branch out to be an entrepreneur where you unplug yourself from their system. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hey, fellas, we got about 30 minutes. We got about 30 minutes left, fellas. So I want everybody to be. I want everybody to give a statement on about as far as the direction You know, we gonna wrap up what we talking about, but we know we're gonna end it with the message that must be pushed. You know, it's been we having a damn good conversation. I hate that I gotta get off, but y'all know where I'm at during the time of this recording. So,
Yeah.
we gonna we gonna make sure we reiterate the message that our brother Kels is asking to be pushed, and and hopefully just get the people chat, people that's listening, understanding of what has taken place within this trial. So I don't, whoever want to go first, second, whatever, y'all got the flow. We got 30 more minutes though until we get ready to get out of here.
I did man already. I'll just let what I said stand, and I deal back all the way.
Well,
All right.
I guess I'll go ahead and go first. And once again, I appreciate Big Vi and all the brothers on the panel. Once again, always a treat when the players meet. Everybody in the chat, and y'all been rocking out, man. And it's been great to read the comments and get the feedback and the the enthusiasm to have such a dope conversation. But yeah, for as far as what the message is with Kels, that is monumental as far as his constitutional rights being violated. There's so many different others, but I heard Vice say earlier on in the live that we have it's kind of like target marketing. So when we speaking to people that are not really informed, we want to make sure that we on one accord, that we pushing one agenda, and that's this BOP officer, disseminating his personal emails and information to a YouTube blogger, which in turn ended up before a federal witness, which shaped the outcome of his case and had him ultimately found guilty unlawfully. I mean, regardless of how you feel about the brother, whether you think he's innocent or guilty, he still has human, civil, and constitutional rights that must be adhered to. And if they don't adhere to that, then they need to suffer the consequences, which they are the officers of the court, and they have to adhere to the law as well. They have to adhere to the same laws that they want us to. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and yield back and let the next brother speak on it.
Who next?
You got quiet.
Facts,
I'll go.
Oh, we got Lex here. Lex said he'll go. Go ahead, Lex.
I'm sorry. I had a little gap between. I was trying to take care of some business with my dad, man. So that's why I wasn't on when y'all was doing a little discussion and whatnot. But I'm glad I was able to chime in again. Like I said, if I'm able to get on with you guys, I'll get on. If it's not even for 30 minutes or so, I'll do a drive-by or whatnot. But that being said, we got the holiday coming up Monday, Martin Luther King Day. And we've got to always remember, and what we most importantly remember is that he stood for something. So the very thing that he stood for is the very thing they tried to strip from Robert Kelly, because there's no way that the things that they were done to him illegally, and we sitting here marching for it, Martin Luther King marched for it, and those civil rights were being violated. There's no way that this shouldn't be looked at moving forward. That's with him or anybody else. So that's the reason why he's trying to push the message. It's not only all about him, it's about people behind him, people whose case hadn't been heard. We don't know if everybody's in jail right now. They could have had their records tampered with, phone calls listened to. We don't know, but we know about his because it's being put out there. So the message we putting out is the very message that needs to be put out, because it could be the very ones that's hating on him and laughing and giggling and talking about he ain't gonna never get out. Could be the very people who might be in that same position. Look at Mr. What's the guy's name? Avenatti. Look at him.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that he don't feel the way he feel now when he was sharing about the tape and whatnot. I bet he feel like I wish somebody was advocating for me right about now. So it's not all fun and games when it's on you. When the spotlight comes on you, hey, you don't feel that same way that you did before. You can't never laugh at nobody else because it can always turn back on you.
Yeah,
And
no fun. They got the gun.
Yeah, you're right about that. So that's my take, and I'm gonna keep, like I said, 2023. I'm gonna keep pushing. I'm gonna keep sharing. I'll take clips of the link. Take clips of us talking. I share it to different bloggers who talk bad about him. I say there's 3 particular ones that talk bad. So I shared a couple of them, but they never did respond back. I said, now y'all talk real bad about this man, Kiki and Ha, but y'all never had anything to say once all the stuff started coming out. Now with this phone call, I still ain't heard nothing from y'all. So I mean, y'all not gonna gain nothing by sitting there being quiet. So you didn't gain nothing by talking about it either. So you might well go ahead and ride on the right side of the law, because it could be somebody in your family. So that's my take on everything, man. And like I said, man, once again, I'm glad to be in the crock pot with my online buddies, man. And we just got to keep it going. We got to just keep it going, no matter who talking bad about this person and who worrying about this and that or the other. We just got to keep it going and try to block it out, because we all know we're dealing with the Cenobites, and the Cenobites, they extra dimensional people anyway, and the extra dimensional people, they gonna turn one way or the other, and it's not gonna be for the good. It's always gonna be for the bad. So we got to always remember that and just keep it going.
Well said, brother Lex.
All right, I'm gonna yield back.
Well, Lex, the reason why they haven't said anything, because whenever you hear people with stuff like that, they reside in a place I like to call Cricketville.
Right.
Because at this point, that's all you're gonna hear when you go in that town. Because when you hit them with logic like that, they can't say shit.
Yeah.
They cat got their tongue, whatever the case may be. But that's exactly what it is. I mean, like I said, I myself, you know how I feel about all y'all, man. Chat, I love every last one of y'all, because I think you had like about 166 people in the chat today. So you had quite a few. Yeah, quite a few up on here listening, checking us out. So evidently, our message is hitting on a lot of ears now. So the main thing I can say is keep pushing this message out, because everybody know. See, these people know it's BS. They know it. They know it. But like Muse said earlier, Muse was calling some of them people in the industry cowards. I can't disagree with them, because if you all know that it's BS, and this man has contributed so much to not just his career, but to the career of so many people. I said this on another platform. I said that RKelly he's breathed new life into more careers than EMTs giving CPR to patients. And if you don't think so, take a look at Charlie Wilson. Nobody was checking for Charlie until
trying to get to the yam.
Uncle Charlie was strung out somewhere. Remember?
Yeah, he was strung out, but he wasn't strung out too bad. He found his way up to Chicago to try to get old R. Kelly. You wasn't that strung out.
Facts, Jay. Facts.
And he was and also obviously when R. Kelly bumped into the Ozzy brother, he asked Ron Ozzy, he was like, man, I'm one of your biggest fans. I don't even know if you know who I am. Ron Ozzy knew who he was, and said if you ready to roll with the Ozzy, Kel's ready to roll with the Ozzy. Y'all ready to roll with me? Like, hell yeah. So it just took it off from there. So I mean, Charlie Wilson, Ozzy brothers. When Mike came knocking at your door, come on, man. When Michael Jackson said that you got me down perfectly, I don't need to change nothing.
Right.
Let that breathe. Woo! Let that breathe.
The fact that How many other producers that Michael Jackson have ever gotten with that Mike has changed a couple of lyrics, maybe a line, maybe a couple of melodies, maybe something that he has worked with?
A lot.
RKelly's the only artist that I've ever heard to ever work with Michael Jackson when Michael Jackson said, I don't need to change anything. You got me down perfectly. I'm going to sing it just like this.
And then told him to come in the studio and sing background vocals.
Right. Wanted him to add more to what he's already done.
Facts.
Right.
And when there's somebody in the industry, other artists, the jealousy, I can understand how that would cause jealousy. Instead of a person humbling themselves and trying to get up under his expert tutelage and his artistry and learn. And because what he did for Brother Charlie Wilson, you can tell about the content of his character, where he held that sacredness and didn't put him on blast. He didn't say nothing about where he got it, but he kept that as a brother should and uplifted his brother. Helped his brother breathe new life back into his brother. You know what I mean? That goes to show you the character. And that's why to this day, they can't fathom how is this man still standing and has been able to endure and still solid and thorough and standing on his truth.
They thought that honestly, a lot of people, when you listen to certain people speak, they thought he would have hung it up by now.
Yeah, they thought he was going to hang it up, but they thought wrong. Like I said, when you have the kind of talent, what he's done, I mean, I said it before, I said it again, that RKelly is the greatest singer-songwriter of the modern era. He's got the DNA. He's pulled the DNA from likes of Marvin Gaye, Sam Cooke, Teddy Pendergrass. I said years ago that I think if Marvin Gaye and Smokey Robinson would ever have a baby, it would be R. Kelly, because the soul of Marvin Gaye with the writing style of Smokey Robinson, the early Smokey Robinson with the when Motown was getting off the ground. That was the combination I had between the two. But he evolved into so much more.
Yes, I was told Jackie Wilson, and I think somebody said Donny Hathaway in that with Phil too. He got all of those flavors. You can tell a lot of his songs. I see a lot of Jackie Wilson in there too.
I mean, he's done. There isn't really anything he has not done, and for some people. Well, a lot of people in our own community to just throw him aside like he didn't even exist is an egregious insult. And everybody keep throwing out the word culture. It's about the culture. It's about the culture. Let me tell you something. If my culture is about being on board with a lynch mob with that will destroy the life of an innocent man, then that's not what I want to be a part of.
Yep. Yeah, I must remove myself. I must come out from among them and be separated from that.
But I'll say this and I'll yield back once again to everybody in the panel. I salute, much love to everybody on the panel, the chat. Much love to everybody. Let's keep this thing going, and not only free R. Kelly, but free R. Kelly as long as Jim Derogatis is fat and smelly.
And I'll say one more thing. Let's keep in mind, especially the chat family, that this could be your uncle, this could be your male cousin, this could be your nephew, this could be your male son. You know what I mean? This could be someone that you are mentoring. That's how serious this is. And that's the bigger picture. And I think Kel eloquently alluded to that and elaborated that. And you can hear that through all his music and the interviews that he has spoken of. And the fact that you can still hear him and he has good standards and morals and integrity and good character. To me, that says a lot. That says a lot.
All right, gentlemen, I'll go ahead and make my piece. Again, thank you, brothers, for being here tonight. I appreciate each and every one of you. But I just want to say, dear Heavenly Father, keep us of sound mind on this panel. Give us strength to discern what is right and what is righteous. For the people in the chat, give them strength as they walk through their days. But more importantly, protect us from the crown of our heads to the soles of our feet, and allow us to draw unto you the strength that you give us to live each day. I thank you, I appreciate you, and I appreciate these gentlemen, my brothers. And more importantly, let's just keep the fight, and let's get away from the author of confusion, that you are our strength, you are our refuge, and we must rely on your word through the Spirit. And thank you again, Heavenly Father, for giving us great men, great leaders, great brothers, great sons, great fathers, great nephews. Allow them to be the leaders in their household and the leaders in their community, and continue to stand strong. Amen.
Amen. Well said, my brother. Well said.
Amen,
Well
sir,
said.
Miguel. Facts.
Blessings to Big Vibe 2.0, nephew.
Keep doing what you're doing, brother. Keep doing what you're doing, brother. Bye. Don't change nothing. Keep it rolling. I mean,
Facts.
even on your tired days, man, just pray for the strength that we can all come together as one and keep pushing the word out, because these laws need to be changed. There's no way these same laws should keep going to where someone can get convicted on someone stealing your information and then using it against you and having a case that where it doesn't get looked at upon the other attorneys and whatnot. It needs to be changed no matter what. It has to be. Can't keep rolling like that.
Mm-hmm.
Fact. That's a fact, man. And I just think I thank you guys, you know, for always encouraging. You know, we always encouraging each other to have these type of conversations. And like I said, I can get on here and talk by myself as much as I want to, but when it's a community and coming together, our voice is way more powerful. You know what I'm saying? Like I always look at it like when we have these panels, it's like the trumpets at the walls of Jericho. You know, we can knock down, we can make way more noise. We can make way more change when people see that we showing this unity, and we not on here call each other niggas and disrespect and things like that. It's respectful conversation, and I believe this is another reason why we had 170 people in here today. I don't know where they coming from, but I ain't questioning God either where they coming from. But I know we ain't doing nothing different now than we were doing before.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So what that tell you?
Oh yeah. One more thing I want to add. Every time we do a live, I got a Facebook account, and I have like 2 groups. And I share them in both groups. I don't even really go back to look and see if anybody really commented on it or not. I just go ahead and share as soon as I know y'all do. Even if I'm not on the live with y'all, I may be at work and you do a live. I just go ahead and share it immediately. So that way, it's getting in the atmosphere. And the more you guys do that, or if you guys are doing that, the more you guys do that, we can get the word out and it's in the atmosphere. And then things will probably start changing. People start changing their mind and really looking into the stuff that they didn't look into at first, because I'm pretty sure a lot of them don't even know about what transcripts were being read, the VOP, none of that stuff. So that's one of the things that I've been doing. If I can catch y'all doing a live and I might even get on at the time, I just go ahead and share it and I just do a replay and see what you guys were talking about at that time when I have time to do it.
I heard, was it Sir Miguel or was it? I heard somebody earlier say Tasha K, one of the most vocalist people in this situation when it comes to YouTube. alongside Team Truth. You sat down and did an interview with someone about this case and everything that has transpired. And when you were asked questions, when she was asked questions from the transcript, she had no response. That right there speak volumes to me.
Yes,
like you was one of the most vocalist people on these YouTube streets. But when you are asked a question from the transcript, you have no response.
Hey, Vi, I think that it said in the good book that, you know, I will I can't say all the way verbatim, but I do remember a part that said he will make your enemies your footstool in your presence.
Right.
Right on.
Right.
Yeah,
and I believe that's what we're seeing happen right before our very eyes with these same bloggers that were ridiculing Mr. Kelly for the last 4 years. We're seeing a shift in the attitude.
And you know what has happened, right? These people have went to sweep at RKelly door steps, but forgot to sweep at their own fucking doorstep. See, you can't come to my house and try to clean mine up when yours look like a fucking mess.
Thanks. Yeah, and also let's not forget when Tasha K had that interview with Natasha Simone, when the name Larry McGee came up, she got real quiet.
Thanks. Sure did.
She got, and then it was like it seemed like it was an eternity before she answered, and then she finally said, "Who is that?" For you to take that long and not say nothing, you knew exactly who the hell that was, and then
to act like she ain't know who it was. That's even more mind-boggling. Like that tells me one thing: you are worried about something. But one thing about this shit, like I said in the beginning, YouTube is your resume.
All the time. Can't erase nothing because somebody's gonna record it and they're gonna have it on their disk drive or they whatever they got it on. So you can lie all day you want, but somebody's gonna go back and dig it up. I mean, even the authorities, they gonna go back, or the FBI, they gonna have somebody go scrub something down and pull it up and like, so this is you. Didn't you say this a couple of months ago? Yeah.
Right. What's up, Sean? Well, definitely, man. We like I say, man, we working in the right direction. Like I say, I'm gonna play the audio with Jennifer before I get up out of here, and Jennifer letting us know. She telling us in so many words now that RKelly has spoke. Now it all makes sense. And it's so crazy, it's so ironic that we have been piecing this thing together for over 4 years. And when Kels come out and finally speak, we like, damn, to be on the right track, to be on the right path, to not follow the mainstream narrative and take our own direction, that lets me know that we are willing to walk into that darkness because we know that light is on the other side. A lot of people left RKelly's side. A lot of people turned on RKelly because they wasn't willing to walk into the darkness in this situation. But salute to everyone that was willing to walk into that darkness because we understood that there was light on the other side.
Absolutely.
So I appreciate you guys. Tim Savage just came in the chat. Lil Mac. I don't know which one it is tonight.
I gave him a new name.
Hollywood.
Yes,
Mr. Hollywood Savage himself, man.
Oh, winky dinky dog.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So,
key nephew, let us all remember this simple thing. No weapon. It didn't say the weapon wasn't going to form. It didn't say all them shenanigans. As long as you walking in goodness and standing up for justice, wherever you step your foot, I don't care what your enemies do, how kind of form of a weapon. Once you plant your foot and you walking in goodness, everything you touch is blessed.
Amen.
And you got to overcome the evilness of this matter with goodness, love, and justice. And I yield back. And I blessing to the chat, blessing to my nephew Big Vi 2.0, and all the gracious gentlemen on the panel.
Salute, brother Muse. I would like to say that all these people that's out here that's been sitting up here giving up all this information and that it's things like that there with these people and taking backroom shady deals and all that there, man, y'all need to take a note out of Kel's book. He stood 10 toes down, ain't tell on nobody, and stood the course 4 years straight, been going through the worst. And he ain't had to say nothing until it manifests itself into the presence. And now we have this BOP officer and all this stuff. It revealed itself. He didn't have to reveal nothing.
Yep.
Man, look back with the shit tonight, y'all.
Are you trying to J down on the link?
No, you know he said everybody get ready to go. He said, I will be on tomorrow. Give me 24 hours. Well, look back, you have Mr. Hollywood.
Yeah, but I was just saying, like, man, Kel's gonna walk away from this situation with his integrity, regardless of how it go, how long it take. He still got his integrity. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think he's gonna reside in Chicago after this, man. You know,
I
God give you, warning come before destruction, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep.
Oh man, boy, look, y'all, boy, we had a good one today, man, and like I say, man, we're gonna let Jennifer tell us when you don't do it right, it just ain't gonna work, man.
24 hours, Lil Mac.
Lil Mac got me died, man. You know,
that's funny.
Went on there and gave Tasha K 72 hours. I said, this nigga Till Savage going around giving out hours like he got him, like he an employee or somebody.
Yeah, Hollywood gonna put that earpiece back in his ear. He gonna be on in that car.
It's a prosecution. Yeah, that's right. And I can appreciate that there's emotions that run high and people don't necessarily value how the government goes about getting what they consider to be justice. But when the government runs amok, right now it's RKelly, tomorrow it's somebody else. And maybe it's someone you care about tomorrow. Maybe it's a loved one of yours. To keep the government honest and to keep them in check, the system has to work for all of us. The RKellys of the world, the Bill Cosbys of the world, and then people that we don't even know. And so my job is to make sure the government does it the fair way. And if they didn't do it fair, it just doesn't count. It's like if you cheat during a football game and you want to declare victory, you can't because you cheated. And it is my job to hold the government responsible.
That's it. That's all.
Simple as that. Simple as that.
You still have people stand for justice and bless them. God bless. Continue to be with Miss Jennifer Bonjean. Please guide her mind and her hand and her whole team. Yes,
right.
Sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Well, guys, that's been it. It's been great. It's late. Until next time, I salute you guys. I love you guys. Let's continue to work and push the message because guess what? Kel said, I hope you're going to be on the right side of history this time. He's speaking to his greatness Only great people changed history.
Yeah.
Yeah, indeed. Much love to all you brothers, and salute to all the kings and queens in the chat as well. Man, it's been a ball. Man, appreciate it, brother. Salute. Man, I had a very much enjoyed this conversation with you brothers, man. Love y'all.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I concur the same, man. I'm out of here.
Like Jeff.
All right.
Good.
Likewise, my brothers, likewise. And Big Vi, what you said a while ago, what Kels had said, you may be on the right side of history this time. Evidently, he must know something within his heart from what God has told him. This stuff is getting ready. This stuff is coming to an end. So for him to tell that guy that, hopefully be on the right side of history this time, that means that things are getting ready to unfold, and you're gonna be one of the ones that's gonna be mentioned when it all comes out.
Most definitely.
So we gotta look at it that way. But like I said, once again, man, thanks for letting me come on, man, and I'll catch you on the next one.
Already, man. You know your family.
All right, one love. Y'all have a good one, man. Peace and blessings.
All right, Lex. Peace and blessings. Big Vibe, appreciate you like always. I'm gonna dip on out. You have a good night, chat. Much love to everybody in the chat, and definitely can't wait to reconvene. Let's have another live one like this again real soon.
Real soon, like tomorrow soon, hopefully. So
I think we may have to go tomorrow because since Lil Mac Savage gave us 24 hours.
Lil Mac gave us 24-hour notice, so we'll be back tomorrow night. All right.